It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, December 4th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Hello. Look at Jameson Euler from Channel 10. He's got a beard now. He looks like a spy.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like a European spy?
It looks like a fake beard, though.
It does.
Yeah.
He is definitely a TV guy.
It's funny whenever you see people with very, very, like, a perfect cut beard, you know what I mean? Like, it looks fake. And you're like, is that a tattoo? What's going on?
My son got good beard. I don't know where he got it from because it's not my side of the family.
Yeah.
I'm sporadic beard. He got good, solid, fill-in, almost looks like it's drawn on kind of beard.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he do any cool lines in it and stuff?
No, he does weird things in his eyebrow.
Right.
He's got little lines in his eyebrow.
Yeah.
I see all the kids doing that.
Yeah, I don't
know what it means.
Have you ever seen how the I don't know all of them, whatever, but have you ever seen the barbers that use the straight razor and do the cut in the hair?
Yeah.
And they spin the chair and they do it. And it's like perfect. And you're like, wow.
It's pretty amazing. They're definitely artists. I don't get anything that he does. His hair is stupid. The kid's gorgeous. He's 100% his mother. He looks just like her, and it's like he's going out of his way to look like a lunatic.
But that's the thing.
I know.
That's the style.
You're talking to an old man. I know that.
You know, we talk about that all the time, where you see like really good-looking people wearing the baggy clothes or this. What's his name? The Justin Bieber is the hottest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And then he grows his little shaggy beard and wears like a winter cap and a shirt that's 4 sizes too big for him. And you're like, what?
And then every other kid starts to do it after that. You're like, oh, damn it. Carmen, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning. How are you?
What's wrong? That doesn't sound very good.
What?
Oh, you were just a little hesitant.
What? I just said good morning.
Are you on a delay maybe?
No. I don't know.
Well, that took a long time to answer.
Yeah. Is it me?
What took a long time? I just said.
No, I said, are you on a delay or something? And you went, no.
It sounds a little weird on our side.
No,
yeah.
How much is 3 plus 3?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a delay.
Yeah, you're on like a 3-second delay.
Unless you're just dumb.
Okay.
Well, that you heard.
Mean.
All right, how about this? How about this? Ready?
Okay.
7 plus 7.
14.
Oh, you're on a delay.
Yeah.
How is that happening?
Well, we did
It's on
hear a
your
couple.
head.
Well, anyway. Carmen, you're going to have to read our minds and get in before the actual words are said.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad you said that, Galvin, because I was like, why is she being so mean to me?
Yeah, no, it's a delay for sure.
Well, the good news is, with all the talk of your steam box, we're trying it over here today.
Yeah.
No kidding.
It's 100 degrees in this room.
It is hot in here, man, because the heat has been on in the house, and it's been just stuck in this room the whole night.
The problem is Carmen put out a video of her steam box that she had, and now that's all I get is inundated with videos. And it wasn't even like I searched for it or anything. It just happened. And then it kind of dissipated, so it was only like 15 a day instead of 84. And then Bobby put up a video of him and his steam box. I go, now I'm going to be back.
I saw Bobby's video, and then the best is I have an Alexa in here, one of those video Alexas, and I have never asked it about the steam box or anything. And this morning I was talking to Galvin, I looked down, it was advertising Carmen's steam box. They're listening.
Yeah.
All the time.
100%.
I don't like it.
It is, what would you say? 1,000 degrees in here right now?
Might be 2,000.
Because it's shocking because of how cold it is outside.
Yeah.
And then
First,
we came
it's
in.
enjoyable.
Yeah, like through the garage, it's like, oh, okay, it's a little warmer than outside. And then you came in here, and it was like there was a fire going all night.
Maybe that's affecting the equipment.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about
Steam
that.
box.
Heat is bad for electronics.
Yes. I've
Good
heard that.
call, Gio.
Yeah, because you go in that room at the station and it's ice cold in there at all
Joe,
times.
go blow on the stuff.
All right.
I didn't even think about that. All right. Well, hopefully we don't melt before the show is over. Did you watch The Madness?
I did watch The Madness.
How far in are you? I don't want to ruin anything.
I'm only like 3 episodes, so don't.
Nope, I won't.
But it is good. It is definitely good. And it took me a while because I was like, that's the guy from The Wire that started the boxing club. He was also, I believe, on Walking Dead for a little while. He was on It's Always Sunny.
Did we have him on the show?
We might have.
I think we did.
I think we did.
Because we would have, I think he was like the next black guy to go. Like they kept killing black dudes off Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And I think he was on the show.
I think we did have him on. But the big difference is, Ozempic. Like he's lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
But he was also a lot bigger. Like he looked like on The Wire, he had just got out of prison. He looked prison big. You know what I mean? Like
but I don't even know. I wouldn't even say it's Ozempic because I mean they just show you that guy running and doing jujitsu in the movie, and
right.
He looks like he's in great shape.
Does he have like a weird shaped head now?
Yes.
All the people Ozempic have that.
If you saw him before, he was in good shape. He was a big dude.
Yeah, I remember him.
But now it looks like somebody got him with the Ozempic. And it looks like they said, hey, man, you got to lose about 30 pounds to be a leading guy.
Right.
You know
that might be true.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what? Because he's almost like Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess he does a lot of stage acting in musicals and stuff.
Oh, really?
Because I was looking at it, I go, is that him? Because I was confused. I'm like, I thought that was him, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just racist and I think all black people, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's probably true.
But then I checked and I'm like, no, that is him. He just looks a little bit different now and probably a little bit older too.
My only problem with that so far is you don't name a guy Muncie. That's not making any sense.
Yeah, Muncie.
You like Muncie?
Muncie.
You like Muncie?
I've never met a Muncie.
No. That doesn't... Oscar.
Yeah. Muncie sounds like, something that is an unusual name, like a family name or
Felix.
something. Yeah.
Muncie.
What's Muncie short for?
Well, Muncie is a city in Indiana.
I know
I
that.
just assume it's...
They used to make transmissions.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Muncie transmission? See, I'm
It sounds derogatory.
Real Muncie.
A whole bunch of Munchies moved in next door.
I think you're thinking of what was
Munson, Roy Munson.
Roy Munson, yeah.
Kingpin. Yeah. He got Munson.
Oh.
Yeah.
He got Muncied.
I don't know, but it's a show that's on Netflix, and it's really good. And the good part is, Galvin, I'm going to be honest with you about something. I'm not going to tell you any parts, but there's 8 episodes. At like 7, I like 6.5. I kind of quit.
Oh, really? You didn't even finish?
No, not yet. I tried to last night. I was watching it's just not as it's not as suspenseful. You kind of know what's going on now, so it's not as suspenseful, and you're like, oh, all right, whatever. I don't need
it is. It's interesting because it's one of those shows where you go, what would I do in that situation?
Yes.
You know, I always like those whenever you're like, wow, man, what would I do? And there are a few things, you think what you would do, but who knows what you would actually do. But there's a few things I'm like, he's not going to a walk-in clinic. He's on CNN.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then there's a few different things where I'm like, well, that's not. Come on.
He gets away a little too often.
Yeah.
But it's a show. You know what I mean? It's an 8-episode show. You gotta.
So far, pretty good though.
Yeah, very good. Did I tell you about? I told Galvin I didn't tell you. So, what player are you using for TV? Is it Omni?
No.
Okay, so when I got the Fire Stick and loaded it up, they said there's an Omni player I need to download. That's the one you don't like.
But I don't like it.
So I went through all that stuff, and my credit card didn't work and whatever. So I finally got it all taken care of yesterday, and I re-logged in and did all this stuff, and it wouldn't work. And I went the whole afternoon. So I text the guy. He said, unplug your router, unplug your TV. I did all that, sat there for 10 minutes, waited, plugged everything back in, and I hit him back. I said, listen, I'm following every instruction here, and it's still not working. And he said, okay, because you're having problems, we got a new one we're about to roll out. I'll give this to you before anybody else. And he gave it to me. Perfect. Works perfect. I ordered a whole bunch of new Fire Sticks, and everything is good now. It's nice looking.
All right.
When you guys get up to my level, you'll enjoy it.
All right.
I like what I have, and I've never had any issues.
Same.
Never have problems.
I mean, I don't know why. It's just
I think we know why.
shut your mouth. I do know why. Do you know why I was having problems besides the credit
Smart
card
TV.
thing? Smart TV. They don't no longer deal with the smart TV.
Yeah. They said the best thing to use is a Fire Stick.
And it couldn't be easier to use once you do it. So, once I got it rolling yesterday, I was like, Fire Sticks for everybody. Bought a bunch of Fire Sticks, and I'm plugging and playing today.
I've got like 10 Fire Sticks in my house.
The best is my wife. I was working on it so hard, and my wife looks at me and she goes, honey, what is it you want to watch? And I said, nothing. I just want the goddamn thing to work. It's getting me in a bad mood because I can't get it to work.
And you still have like YouTube TV, right?
Oh, yeah.
He still pays for everything else.
Yeah. I need
wild.
backup. I need backups.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like if this thing fails and we're out without TV for a day, I'm going to lose my mind.
I have had it for what, 3 years, 4 years now.
Yeah.
Working totally fine.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, they constantly change. You don't change with them.
No, it upgrades.
Yeah,
it does it
yeah.
every time.
Well, I have to come off the smart TV. So once I do that, I shouldn't have any problem.
By the way, and we're not being dicks about this, whatever, the service that we use is like invite only, but they're not accepting any invites or anything like that. So
Yeah.
because I have people hit me up for it, and I would love to be like, oh yeah, this is great, because it is great, whatever. But you have to be invited to do it, and they don't accept any invitations.
And the other problem
anymore.
is that I don't want to be responsible when they turn you on to something and then like balls, it fails everybody, and then everybody gets mad at me about it.
Right.
Balls. You know how rich we made balls?
Oh yeah.
And
I don't know.
Well, I mean, in
Yeah,
balls, in
we definitely
balls
helped him out,
category, you know what I mean? We made that idiot so much money, and then he just disappears and leaves everybody high and dry. I don't need that happening.
How much does he still owe you?
Oh God, I don't even know.
But that's on you.
That is on me.
That
I'm not
is on
complaining.
you.
I don't even ask about
Don't
that.
ever loan a guy money named Balls. I learned that when I was like 5.
Balls is like suicidal though.
Okay. Another reason not to lend. Also, let me put this out there.
Yeah.
Don't lend a guy named Balls money. Don't lend somebody who is suicidal money.
It's a bad investment, Mike.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know in your life when you have some money, Carmen, you're allowed to talk. You just got to come in like a couple of seconds after. You know, in your life when you have some money and you feel like right now I'm richer than I was last month. You know what I mean? Like, the time balls flush. Yeah. The time balls hit me up. I happened to be pretty flush. It was about the holidays, I had bonuses and all that stuff. So I had some money. And I felt bad for him, and I wanted to help him out. I knew that when I gave him that money, I was never going to see it again. Yeah. So that's just how it goes.
The last time I saw Balls, he was at the Penthouse Club doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
They had to grab the mic from him because it was so offensive.
Yeah, you're right.
At the Penthouse Club, strippers.
Yeah.
And it was so offensive, they had to grab the mic and take it from his hands.
Gio went to more gigs when he didn't work for us than when he does work for us.
He was trying to get the gig. He was trying to get on here. Now he's on here.
Now that we're dating, you don't give it up anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to go to the Penthouse Club all the time.
Nice shout out yesterday from Coastal.
Oh, Cody River Brewing.
Cody River Brewing.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Cody River Brewing, which Gio was saying how much he likes it yesterday, and I guess they were listening and they posted a nice thing on their social media.
Yeah.
So we'll make our way around when we're downtown Newport Richey. Doesn't mean we can only go to 4 places.
I love the breweries down there. There's Cody River Brewing. There's one called Dented Keg Brewing Company. That one's really good. So it's a good spot.
Well, if you want to come and hang out with us, we're going to be down there on the 20th. It's going to be the 20th, and it is the Christmas pub crawl. And not only are we going to all these places in downtown Newport Richey, but we are going to be giving away a cruise for 2 on the Calta cruise at each stop. So
every single stop.
Yeah. So out of all 4, we're going to give away 4 cruises.
Yeah.
And then also Mike Olivero puts together these packages with like concert tickets and all this stuff. So each stop is going to have a bunch of stuff to give away. It's pretty much like at the end of the year, we got all this stuff to blow out for concerts that are happening next year. And we do that at every stop. So I'm very excited about that. Maybe we'll have ACDC tickets. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Maybe. You don't know.
Yeah.
You actually will get them the next day.
All right. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. Carmen, can you still hear us? Are we still on the air?
Yes.
Okay. I still feel like you're mad though about it.
I am on a delay. I don't know.
I don't think you're on the delay anymore.
Like
I don't think you're on the
She's
delay.
definitely on the
You're on the delay. Carmen, 9 times 9.
9 times.
Yeah. I was saying,
I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see how good your math skills were.
No, not good.
All right. So Joe.
Yes, Michael.
I mean, I don't want to say our engineers are mean people, but they are difficult to deal with sometimes. I mean, I must understand from their point of view that it must be so smart. I mean, it must be so hard to be so smart and deal with a bunch of dummies. I get that. But they were saying that this computer, the reason why the phone line and everything keeps dropping out is because it's not hardwired.
Yeah.
Now it's hardwired.
That's right.
Keeps dropping out. Amazing. Maybe I'm smarter.
Well,
Now that I think about it, though, Joe was fiditzing with the wires
That's
yesterday
why I
afternoon.
did it while you were here, Gio.
He as soon as I heard some thing happening with the little robot voice,
Yeah.
I said, Joe, when you were back there, and he goes, no, and I did it in front of Gio, so Gio can't blame me for anything.
That's
he
right,
made you
you
watch.
scumbag.
He
But
made you. Don't be so aggressive
All
right so early.
sorry.
I'm just saying it worked. Joe fiditzed with the wires,
I didn't fiditz.
and now we've got issues.
I fiditzed while you were there. I stopped the
That doesn't
fiditzing.
change anything.
It doesn't change anything. I'm explaining exactly what happened. You were here when we made any change, and everything is fine. So there.
I don't know. I mean, just because Gio was here doesn't mean you couldn't have reconnected the wrong wires.
Yeah.
I can
confirmed-
tell you yesterday here at the studio, I was trying to download an audio file that should take 10 seconds, and it was just sitting there.
Well, so that's
Trying
why
to-
we hardwired everything yesterday so that we don't have any Wi-Fi issues.
Mm.
But we're still having issues now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But if you're having Wi-Fi issues,
So it's your internet.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
So what the engineers say, not the internet company. The internet company is like, we're fine. Everything. The engineers came. I mean the Wi-Fi people, the Frontier people, Duke. He's been out here like 4 times. And he's like, I brought new routers. I brought new everything. I speed tested. Everything is working great. I don't understand what you're seeing, what they're seeing. Remember they said there was that intermittent thing?
Right.
They're like, I don't see that on our end. It's not happening here. So Duke was like, I can replace everything again, but it's all working, you know? So he did everything he had to do and tightened it all up, but they still see some things. So they said, if you hardwire everything, we shouldn't have that problem. So I hardwired everything yesterday, and we still have the problem. So I don't know. For you, when you bring your laptop, we could probably hardwire your laptop and see if that works.
Yeah.
Is there limits to the hard wires?
Yes, but I mean, we can.
Are we over hardwired?
That's
No.
what I'm like,
It's just a branch.
We hardwired so much, now we're softwired?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, I hate being softwired.
Yeah.
You know, like it was. I think it was Christmas store where they got 50 plugs
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
into one outlet.
Yep.
Like I wonder if that might be a
Oh
problem.
no, we're bringing it down. We're bogging it down.
Yeah, Joe's killing the bandwidth.
All right.
Joe, what is the what? I want to do the speed test thing,
Okay.
but I don't know how to do it.
Oh man.
Yeah, whatever. It's a long.
Speedtest.com.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
weird how they do that. All right, hold on.
Can I tell you that I've never hated something as much as I hate Joe having his little puff thing in his jacket pocket right there?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Like he's a nurse.
Why? Why does
Thermometer.
that bother you?
I don't know. It's just so annoying.
I
That's
need to get to it quickly.
He's got his,
Right
what are
there.
those called? E-cigs or what?
that's
vape.
so
He's got a
just
vape.
Juul
Shirt.
vape. Yeah, vape. And it's got a pocket on his jacket.
Like on the sleeve.
On his sleeve. Like he's some sort
He's
of...
utilizing a pocket. Why does that make you mad?
That's
I
trash
don't know,
ass.
Joe. Maybe put the camera on you so we can see it. What everyone's talking about.
Look.
Way to go,
You have a
Carmen
camera?
Direct.
Yeah.
Carmen Direct.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
do you
that bugs me
refuse?
too.
Why do you refuse to put the camera on you?
I wasn't refusing. I was answering the question.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna run.
Can't do 2 things at once.
No.
No.
Is something wrong with the buttons?
Yes.
Oh, you broke
Question.
it.
Yes.
No. What happened to the buttons, Joe?
Somebody spilled chocolate milk on them.
Who?
I don't know.
It's got to be a 5th grader chocolate milk,
Yeah.
right?
I can tell you this: my daughter
Mm.
can't stand chocolate milk. Never drinks it.
Right.
Do you think
You're
maybe
saying-
it's coffee?
I was going to say, you're saying chocolate milk because you saw them or you tasted it, or could it be another substance? Because, I mean, there's a lot of coffee in this room. I don't know how many people are bringing in chocolate milk. Did we have a school day in here?
The
I
Great
can-
American Teaching was like a week or
Yeah.
two ago.
I can honestly say I've never had coffee anywhere over there.
Did you have a field trip, though?
There was no field trips, and nobody. My daughter doesn't come in the garage without me. Not only is she not come in here, but she's afraid to come in
Maybe
here.
a Boy Scout group. Your
Yeah.
Boy Scout.
No
came through.
Boy Scouts.
Bring the troop through. Let them see what's
Joe,
going
were
on.
you refilling your vape and you spilled the juice?
No.
No?
That is definitely not.
So
what
why is it
Was your
chocolate milk?
son stealing?
No. I look.
Sorry.
The buttons have been sticky for a while, and the bottom bank I cannot even switch. See, look at this. Not even working.
Okay.
4 and 5.
You're
work.
still not explaining why it's chocolate milk.
Because when Joe pushes the buttons now, he takes a pen
Yeah.
and he like jams
I
it
have to.
into it as hard as he can.
Yes.
Again, can you please explain why it's chocolate
Yeah,
milk?
I can't get that either.
I don't
Taste it.
I suspect. No. Well, I mean, I don't want to taste it.
Why? I guarantee it's not chocolate milk.
It's something. whatever it is, it's sticky.
But
and
So why wouldn't you get like alcohol and clean it?
I mean, it's on the bottom of the button.
But
It's
who-
not on the
we don't-
outside of the. I've already cleaned the outside of the buttons.
But you saying that it's chocolate milk makes me think
you
put
had chocolate milk.
Yeah.
No, I was definitely not.
Because that's a very specific thing.
When have I ever drank chocolate milk?
Well,
But
when has
that's the
anyone
thing.
ever drank chocolate milk in here? That's the
don't-
whole point of it.
I don't drink milk at all. My
Excellent.
daughter hates chocolate milk. Gio is the only one that drinks a flavored drink.
I love chocolate milk.
I drink water
So do
and
I.
sometimes tea,
Me
but I'm
too.
never over there. You know
no,
what I mean?
know.
So we have no idea who spilt something on that board.
I don't know.
If you had to guess who it was, who would you say?
Joe.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody-
You're the only one over there.
It's definitely not me.
That corner is
I
such
have a lot of respect for the electronic equipment. I do not.
I can tell
I
how
do not-
dusty it
I
is
do-
and how many cords are
I
over
do
there.
not
Yeah.
drink anything, and I don't have sticky fingers. It's just that's what it is. And
I
don't
think
know.
there's something to the story he's holding back.
So does chocolate milk just appear
Yeah.
from nowhere?
I think
Like-
what
I
it
think
looked
it's
like.
Joe's way of saying your daughter did it. That's why he's saying chocolate milk.
Nope.
Well, here's
I'm
the thing.
not-
I can tell you that my daughter doesn't come in here. It's like she's afraid to come in here alone. Okay, like she doesn't like to go in the garage or come in here. And when we've been in here together, she sits over there where Spanish used to sit, and never comes in this area.
I'm not saying it.
No, I'm
Joe's saying
just telling you. I would be the first one to tell you. And also, I have been also the guy to say that my son would never take your headphones, and turns out he took the headphones. But what I'm saying is that she would never come in here alone. She'd have to come in with me. And I've never been in here with her while she was drinking.
And why shouldn't it go like the weirdest, dirtiest corner of the room?
Right. What does this do?
Dirty.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah. Like all the cords everywhere.
I don't think Joe spilled anything on it. I don't think he's hiding anything because Joe's pretty honest, and especially would tell me, Michael, I spilled something
Since when?
with me. He's pretty honest. I mean, he doesn't lie.
Sold weed and then was like, oh, I
That's
didn't
not
know
even-
that
that's-
counted
that
as
is-
selling
And then he
something.
kicked his way out of your
Carmen.
Sprinter.
That's a
Yeah,
mischaracterization.
I don't know.
You can say
Well-
what you want.
Okay, so hold on. So
I didn't pee in public.
let's
It's
just.
just I
That's
feel like
true.
I
That's
peed in
true.
public.
I didn't pee in front of children. There's a difference.
All right. So whatever. Do we need a new switcher? Is that what you're saying?
No, we just need to have it cleaned, probably.
Who's
you know.
we?
How do we do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Also, that switcher's from like 91, right?
No, it's not. It was brand new.
I bought it when
bought
we built the studio.
Well,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the dust and all the stuff that's on it, it looks like it's from 91.
Well,
How much was that? Do you remember?
I think it was like 700.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, happy holidays.
I'm not paying for that.
$700.
Ask balls for the money.
All right.
$700.
Yeah, maybe more.
And you just poured chocolate
Just
milk all over it.
casually. Oh well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna run the speed test, Joe.
Okay.
How is that? Is that good?
That's pretty good. I mean, it's not all the way pegged to the end the way it was yesterday.
Yeah, it's
Right?
411 on the download.
What was it yesterday, Gio? It was already pegged to the all the way to the end.
It went already off.
But
off
nobody else was streaming. I'm streaming now.
Okay,
it's-
You know,
All right.
so it could be.
Got
Could be
coffee on the
used.
buttons.
Got coffee and chocolate milk everywhere.
This is why every time we call the engineers, they say you guys spilled something.
Yeah.
This is why.
But who is spilling all these things?
We don't know. The little ninja spiller that sneaks in.
I don't know.
Some substance was spilled here.
You specifically said chocolate milk,
Yeah, well, I'm guessing because it's brown and it's
like a lot like coffee.
Yeah,
Joe?
if it's brown and sticky, I would immediately go coffee
Okay.
because I don't know, a lot of people drink coffee in here.
I don't drink coffee, and I certainly don't drink it over here.
Who drinks chocolate milk?
Also,
Not me, but it looks like it.
I know for a fact I've
Brown-
never gone in that corner.
What were you gonna say, Carmen?
listen, brown and sticky by Joe, it could easily be whiskey.
Oh,
Definitely not.
taste
No.
it.
But he went with chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Exactly.
Joe, let
Let's
that-
hide it. It's coffee, chocolate milk that no one drinks over here. No, it's what you drink. It's whiskey.
What proof is that chocolate milk?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Joe, lick that button and see what it
I'm
tastes
not
like.
licking nothing.
Do we have
Smell it. Does it smell like?
Is there a forensics specialist out there that could come and test our board?
Maybe.
Swab it.
That would be good.
Now
Smell
that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense, Joe. That's alcohol on there.
No, it's not. If
Yes.
it was alcohol, it would actually clean the button.
No, not if it was whiskey.
No.
Whatever.
Yeah, chocolate milk, definitely that's more of a chance that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, you ruined a
You know what I think it was?
board.
You know what I think it is?
Huh.
I think it was when the Greek people were here
Yeah.
and they had that ouzo or whatever
But
it
that
was.
stuff is clear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has Joe been drunk in the corner on the show?
A lot.
Yeah.
What?
$700.
Look, Joe's wheels are turning right now. He knows. You know.
No, he's giving me dirty look like it's my fault.
He's trying to kick his way out of the studio.
It's all right, Joe. Joe, what's it called? I'm going to look it up online.
It's called an HD video switcher V8 HD.
HD video
And it's made by Roland.
switcher.
Myself.
Roland Professional AV HD video switcher?
Yes.
All right, let's see.
Maybe get a Cyber Monday deal.
These look way less cool than the one we have. Am I missing anything?
No, it's up. Go up. Right there.
Yeah,
This one?
Those are from
Yeah.
2024.
This is a Go Stream Deck HDMI Pro live streaming multi-camera video mixer switcher with NDI updatable.
I don't think that's it, but it looks closer to what you're looking at over there.
All right, hold on.
I can't see that far.
I understand you're an elderly fella. All right, how about that one? This one's $3,000. Wow. Yeah. I'm not
Does that come with chocolate milk already in it or no?
I think you got to put your own chocolate milk, Alvin.
All right.
I'm gonna have to come over there and look, Michael.
Yeah.
Can't see.
Oh.
Oh, you got it?
Joe,
Yes.
I may have solved your mystery.
Okay.
When Tom came over and was doing the garage stuff, did he bring his kids?
No, but it was before that. It was before that.
That was before that.
Yeah, that was good.
yeah,
That was good.
that was good.
We put this on Tom, man.
Yeah.
That was good. You
And
did
his
very
kids
right on
that you're
Tom.
trying to steal, and
Yeah.
they have chocolate milk.
He did bring the kids.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did bring the kids.
Here,
Are we sure that timeline?
Yes, because Big Dick told me. I don't know how Big Dick knew, but Big Dick told me before the vacation that chocolate milk was on that board, and I was like, chocolate milk? How did Joe spill chocolate milk on
I
there?
did not.
Well, the way it was presented to me was that someone spilled chocolate milk, and since no one in my
I
family
don't like the
drinks
way you
chocolate
say
milk,
chocolate milk. It's
chocolate-
chocolate milk.
chocolate milk.
You're emphasizing the chocolate.
It's chocolate milk.
no, you're saying Chaka Khan.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
I don't know. Whatever, Joe.
You just noticed it one morning and that was it.
Yeah.
And then just assumed out of everything that it was chocolate milk.
Yeah.
That's kind of like if it was
And
something going on, like somebody got murdered, and I go, I wonder if there's a frog stuffed in his throat. And they were like, why would a frog be stuffed in his throat? Like, how many people die like that? Oh,
Right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, maybe that's the thing. And then they cut him open, there's a frog in his
Frog
throat.
in the throat,
And
yeah.
they're like, well, Galvin did it. And I go, I'm just
I mean,
assuming that there's
Carmen
a
was
frog.
right. This is how the weed thing kind of played out.
Right.
If we didn't keep pushing, we would have never
Yes.
found out.
Yes.
All right, Joe. Not really sure what's happening.
You'd get killed in cross.
I don't know why you keep shooting me dirty looks. It's my fault.
You know
You do
why.
anything, bro.
Bro.
Nah, you just
You got
broed you.
broed.
me, yeah.
You got broed.
Yeah.
All right.
How's the speed test?
I don't know. Had to restart the computer. This whole place is a mess. Let me just tell you what's not happening in 2025.
What?
I'm not going back in the studio. So if I have to spend my month's salary on buying new equipment for this thing I'm buying, I'm not going back.
If we have to run a wire from here to St. Pete.
Yeah.
We're getting it. I'm gonna tie it. I'm gonna tie
Oh,
it
man.
to the back of Medicine Man and tell him just ride to St. Pete. All right, let's take a break. When we come back from break, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and then we will play sport. How's Sporkle going to work today?
What do you mean?
With Carmen's delay.
Well, so that's what I was.
Oh,
yeah,
we're gonna
should
try
I
and
send it to-
reconnect.
No, Carmen, let's just do it. Let's just fight through it.
Okay, I can send it to Joe,
Oh, she's starting
and
to.
that way, could
Can you disconnect and reconnect?
We have to do that on our side, I think.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that's you.
yeah, I did that already. I'm trying to see. I'm afraid to ask the engineers anything.
If it doesn't work, you can send it to me.
Oh,
Carmen.
okay, that's what I was planning.
All right, send it to Joe anyway, and
Does
if
it when I'm out.
send it to Joe, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just switch over to him.
Okay.
All right. It's the Mike Calta Show. We'll be back with Sporkle. It's 102.5 The Bone. Now, we have other stuff to give away, Carmen. Do we not?
We do.
But
and-
before we get to that,
Okay.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
it has been brought to my attention
Yeah.
Oh,
as you, one of my oldest and longest friends.
Yes.
Longest? Longest? No.
dearest.
Dear, maybe.
Okay.
You're a guy I know a long time.
Most trusted?
Well, I don't know. We're crossing that line right now.
Oh, no.
It's been brought to my attention
Mm.
that you have a definitive idea of who spilled chocolate milk on the board. You are either protecting somebody or you're refusing to say it.
I'm not throwing anyone under the bus.
Oh, no.
Oh,
This show
no.
is all about parking the Greyhound on someone, Joe.
Yeah. By the way, the fact that you said chocolate milk gave it away.
Yeah.
Not
You know what I mean?
necessarily.
100%. No,
Totally.
it gave it away that he knows what happened, is what I'm saying.
Well, I just thought, Joe.
No. That's,
Okay.
A horrible alibi.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe?
Yes.
Where you leaving? Where are you going? Okay. Right in the middle of
Oh,
the conversation.
now it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
It was
It's
that
okay,
way
Joe.
the whole
I'll wait.
time.
Okay, how about now? Is it better?
Yep. Much better.
Oh,
Joe?
man.
Yes.
I'm going to
Michael.
ask you one and one time only.
Okay.
Who do you suspect, or do you know for sure?
I don't know for sure.
But you, for some reason, figure somebody did it.
I can give you a timeline.
Give me the timeline and then see if we can guess who it was.
All right. We're talking about maybe a year and a half.
Oh my! A year and a half
Jeez.
ago,
Yeah. As it's about the time.
and it's been operating shoddily
because-
since then.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it would get better, and it did not.
Okay.
I didn't think it was going to be an issue, so I didn't really want to say anything, so I just left it alone, and it got worse. So there you go.
Like most problems,
So
if
you're
you just
telling
leave
me-
them alone,
Yeah.
they get better.
You're telling me leaving chocolate milk and electronics didn't make it better?
No, it did not.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I thought it
who
would-
would have thought that?
This
Let me
seems
a-
suspicious.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you a question, Joe.
Yes, Michael.
When I think chocolate milk, I think child.
Yeah.
When I think children have been in here,
Yeah.
besides my child who is 11
Yeah.
and does not drink milk or chocolate milk,
Yeah.
my daughter eats cereal dry. She does not like milk.
A lot of kids do that. These
Right.
days.
What I'm saying is that there's no chance that it was my kid drinking chocolate milk.
No, I don't believe that.
Well, let's go 99.9%.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
She's out.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Is it? Are you saying
Hmm.
that it was JoJo's child, Everly, who spilled chocolate milk?
I don't know. I can tell you that I remember when it happened, and I came in, I scratched the thing and smelled it. Smelled like chocolate milk.
Okay.
Well,
So to me,
forensics.
I'm thinking, well, it must be a child, whoever was in.
And and who do you suspect?
I don't really suspect anyone.
Joe?
Like,
Who
Yes.
could it be?
Who are you accusing?
I'm not
Who
not
do you?
accusing
Who are
anybody.
you saying it is in your head, but won't tell us?
If I say it out loud, then
Yes.
it won't be.
It doesn't matter. It's time to bring it out.
Yeah.
Can I point out there was like a 30-minute conversation we had where
Yeah, of
none
course.
of this
Yeah.
came forward?
Yeah.
I know. Until you
And-
press,
And now all of a sudden it's been a year and a half that this has been a problem.
By the way, can I also point out it's been a year and a half and he never told you that somebody spilled chocolate milk in the
No,
goddamn
I didn't find
equipment
out
that you
until
buy?
this weekend.
Right,
when I
that's what
found
I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, because he
A
was
ye-
hoping and praying that chocolate milk would somehow make the electronic switcher better.
I just noticed that Joe is having to like really push on the
I
buttons.
saw him jamming the button. I don't know what
Well,
he's doing.
again, when did this start? Because I'm now questioning the timeline.
Evidently, a year and a half ago, Carmen.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Carmen,
All
by the
right,
way, you
so-
sound great.
Joe,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thanks. But
Well,
again, Joe can't remember what he did last Friday.
Oh, Joe-
a year and a half ago.
Joe remembers.
man.
Joe remembers. Jack Tartai. Joe remembers what he did. Joe,
Yes, Mike.
who is it that you suspect spilled chocolate milk on the board?
It was the last time Robert Kelly was in the studio. His son was here, so I thought maybe he might have done that.
Max.
But he was
So you
playing with the
think-
buttons, and I thought maybe that
He
was, a
was
possible-
playing with the buttons. You're
Yes.
right.
So I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. So
We
didn't
forced
say
it out of you.
anything.
We forced it out of you.
out of me. So there you go.
So you're saying I should send Robert Kelly the bill?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
No, I'm not saying.
Is Max-
That's what you say.
Is Max known to drink chocolate milk, or does he have like a?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And we bought specific chocolate milk for Max when he
Oh
came
really? Really?
100%.
100% milk?
No, 100% chocolate milk.
Wow. I mean, we gotta tell Bobby.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
what can you do?
I mean, you break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
He loves electronics. He'll love to buy something.
Probably buy us something better.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me get you the upgrade.
Dude, this is the one you want. I told Max, pour chocolate milk on that. It's a piece of crap.
Good.
Could be.
Joe,
Yes, Mike.
I got to tell you.
No.
No, 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 no.
No.
I didn't even
You're the
say
problem.
anything.
No,
You're the
because
problem.
you're the worst.
You're
But
the
what do you
worst.
think I was going to say?
Go ahead. Say
No,
it.
tell me what you think I was going to say.
No,
Joe,
Yeah.
I gotta be
Yeah.
honest with you. You figured it out. Good job.
Good job.
You did the right
You
thing. Yeah,
Investigator.
way to go.
No.
guy's,
the
yeah,
investigation was good. Not that he did the right thing afterwards. He figured it out, and he did a good job figuring it
didn't
out.
figure it out.
Yeah, and no good job. It took him a year and a half to figure it out.
One,
That's
he didn't tell you
integral.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
On electronic equipment that you paid for and stuff that has got chocolate milk on it, tell him immediately and then go, all right, let's figure this out. And he could have talked to Bobby, who you knew his kid spilled chocolate milk specifically on the electronics. And then this whole rigmarole that we got to do all this kind
Let's
of.
be honest. I wouldn't expect Bobby to. Bobby would probably be like, "Dude, I'm gonna buy you a new one." I'd be like, "No, don't worry about it." But I definitely would have had it cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Immediately.
A year and a half ago.
It
Yeah.
still works.
No, it
Not
doesn't.
evidently not as well as it should. Show me. Let's go through
You're
what
like
is working
Tom
and
Hanks
what's
from
not.
Big over there stepping on that thing like it's a giant piano to try and get it to change.
He's jamming a pen into the buttons
Yeah.
to get him to work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Put it on me, Joe. The camera. Now,
Yeah.
do you have to press two buttons to switch?
No, just one.
Okay. So now put it on Galvin.
That's worse than my delay.
All right, we need a
That-
new switcher.
Video switcher is much like your video guy. It doesn't work.
I mean, he's really got to jam those buttons.
Oh man! All right, well at least situation solved today.
Good job, Joe.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah.
You did it, Joe.
Way to go, Joe.
Detective Pap got to the bottom of that one. All right,
It's
Carmen.
Mike's fault.
What do we have? Everything is my fault. What do we have to give away?
Okay, so we have tickets for this weekend's tailgate happening Sunday. It's an early one. We have tickets.
Who we playing? Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have tickets for that Harley giveaway you were just talking about. Busch Gardens Christmas Town, Sebastian Maniscalco, Brett Michaels Party Gras, Styx and Loverboy, and TSO.
The guy with the time machine yesterday.
Yeah.
He emailed me.
He reached out to me on Instagram and showed me what the tie machine is.
Right. But isn't it interesting that out of all the things that guy got to pick from, Sebastian Maniscalco, Busch Gardens, he took tailgate tickets.
Yeah?
Yeah. People love this tailgate.
Tailgate's a blast.
Listen, it's not. I get it. It's not me. It's the Bud Light and the brisket shop. I
Yeah.
know it's drawing the people there, but I don't blame you. I would go too. All right, let's give some stuff away right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Detective Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right. Well, because it's getting cold outside, we're going to heat things up and play the hot
Ooh.
quiz.
We've already
All
done
right.
that here.
Yeah.
Can you name
What are we playing? Hot quiz?
Hot
the
quiz.
hot quiz?
All right.
Can you name the terms with hot in them? Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Your first one, a Frankfurter or
Hot dog.
wiener. Galvin.
Wiener.
Where does Frankfurter come from?
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but what does that mean?
It's a sausage from Frankfurt.
Guy named Frank.
All right, I guess that kind of worked itself out. Thank you.
Didn't even need Detective Pap over there.
All right, your next one. What a blowhard is filled
Hothead.
with?
Hot air.
Hot air.
Oh.
Excuse me, Galvin. Movie in which Simon Pegg plays an English
Hot fuzz.
Hot Fuzz. Galvin. Since 1921, a national park in Arkansas.
Hot Springs.
Mike. A sensation of heat often associated with
Hot
going through
flashes.
menopause. Yes, I will give that to you. Hot flash. Brown, non-alcoholic, winter, warmer beverage.
Hot chocolate.
Hot toddy. Oh.
Hot chocolate.
Always gotta be about alcohol
Non-alcoholic.
with
Mike Calta. A term for a souped-up car.
Hot rod.
Galvin. Microwavable turnover.
Hot pocket.
Mike Calta.
Oh, Judge.
That was Gio.
Oh my God.
Gio gets the point.
Stick it to your butt.
Switch the camera to him.
2010 John Cusack movie where he travels back into the past.
Hot tub time machine.
Galvin. Game where players in a circle toss a small
Hot potato.
object. Hot potato, yes, Galvin. And Pap.
Oh boy.
We are halfway there.
Gio's on the board with a single point. Michael has 3, and Galvin doubling that score.
Oh
He's your
my
leader
gosh.
with 6.
All right, the hot quiz. Your next one, 1959 Billy Wilder comedy and
Stop looking
starring
hot.
Galvin.
Start me.
1978 Foreigner song,
Hot-blooded.
Galvin.
Oh my God! Who's hearing?
Go ahead, Pap.
That was Calvin.
Just checking.
TV Land show starring Betty White and 3 other actresses.
Hot in Cleveland.
Galvin.
Come on.
Tennessee Williams play.
Hot cat on a tin roof. No. God damn it.
Cat on a hot tin roof.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hot cat on a tin roof.
Mike Calta. Rob Schneider body swapping movie.
Hot girl. No. What is it?
Rob Schneider body swapping movie.
Hot chick.
Yes, the hot chick.
That was a
Mike
long
Calta.
time before the buzzer hit.
It's a delay. Nelly's song featuring
Hot
Pine. Mike Calta. 2001 comedy movie that takes place on the last day of a Jewish camp.
Wet hot American
Hot.
summer.
Yes,
Damn it.
Galvin.
I almost made it very inappropriate.
1991 Top Gun spoof starring
part.
Hot shots.
Hot shots part 2.
Shots.
Oh.
Geo. 1979 Donna Summer #1 song describing what she
Hot
needs
stuff.
tonight.
God damn it.
Galvin and Pap. We are on the last 3.
Gio has 2 points. Michael with 6. Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 11.
These a bit.
All right, the hot quiz, last 3. Here we go. Very, very tight, short shorts.
Hot pants.
Yes, Galvin.
Well, it's not fair. He's wearing them right now.
Yeah.
So what did
I look good. I got nice legs.
This guy knows.
Your next one. Toy miniature car
Hot
brand.
Wheels.
Hot Wheels, Mike Calta. And your last one. A flat surface warming appliance.
Hot
often. Gio.
I don't like it.
Thank you.
Your final score. Gio with 3 points on the board. Michael with 7. And Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 12.
Kachaya! Woo, 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 woo! Trademark 2024.
That was a good one today.
You're so lucky you got that goddamn Hot Wheels. I almost doubled your score.
Oh.
I didn't say anything, and I was like, oh, damn it.
Oh.
Because I had 12. You had 6. You got the Hot Wheels. You had 7, and I was like, I can't win now because there was only one left.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean,
I'll take
I
it.
won. but I
Congratulations
didn't
to
double.
you.
Thank you.
I mean, we're almost getting to the end of the year.
Yeah.
What are the end of the year totals so far, Gio?
So far, the year-end totals, I have 16. Galvin has 71. Mike Calta, you have 103 wins.
Wow. I think I'm going to clear this one.
Yeah,
What did Galvin have? 71?
71.
So I can't double him, but I came pretty close.
No.
No, not really.
I'm 131.
No, 103.
Oh, I thought you said 131.
No, I said 103.
Okay, that makes more
That's
sense.
why you don't hear whenever I answer before you.
What?
Nah, I poured chocolate milk on my record.
Man.
I'll go line 5, please.
All right, Carmen, can you pick that up for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's so hot here. It's right above me, and it's so hot. Every time I breathe in, I'm like, oh God.
You look very red.
Oh,
It is pretty
it's
hot.
a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm red because I'm still so mad about him saying chocolate milk and pretend like he didn't know.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah. You can't be specific with that, Joe.
Yeah.
If you would have said somebody spilled
Something.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something.
Joe, I don't understand what you protected Max like we were going to kill him.
I like Max.
I like Max too. I
likes
know,
Max,
he's a kid. And things happen to kids. What are you
I
going
don't
to do?
know if Bobby beats him or you
Oh,
know.
he does.
You know,
He does.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Max, but I also like $1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey, look at-
we were blaming Tom's kids,
Yeah.
JoJo's
Yeah,
kids,
my own
Mike's
kid.
kids.
Yeah. Jeez, poor JoJo's kid. I thought for sure it was
Yeah.
Everly that did it. Yeah. And what are you going to do there? Nothing.
No.
Nothing you can do. It's a kid.
Too cute.
Joe, when are you going to tell Bobby?
Oh man.
What?
Joe, when are you going to tell Bobby?
I'm not telling Bobby anything.
I mean, you got to tell him.
No, I don't.
You got to
See,
tell him.
even if I was Bobby and we called Bobby and we said, hey, Max spilled chocolate milk on the board and it's broken now, Bobby'd go, dude, Max hasn't been there for a year and a half.
Right.
He's like, why would you blame my son?
Yeah.
And I'd go, well, Joe seems to think it was Max. And at that point, he'd go, too late. Too late.
Bobby, back in 2022,
Yeah.
Max may have
The
spilled,
statute of limitations has
Has definitely run out.
he
Yeah.
may have spilled chocolate milk on the board.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have zebra striping. Don't do it yourself. And her dad was right.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right,
Yeah.
we'll get to all of that. All right, Galvin has news. We'll take a quick break, and we'll get to that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Joe,
Yes, Michael.
brilliant deduction. I don't know why you seem like you're in a bad mood now.
No, I'm not in a bad mood.
All right.
He didn't want to sell out the kid.
I did not want to sell him out.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. And it makes me feel better to know like where the chocolate milk would have come from.
A year and a half
Instead
later.
of you. I felt like you were secretly trying to blame my kid.
No.
Then JoJo's kid got involved.
Right.
Carmen, who's on the
Tom's
hotline?
That's your best friend, Bobby Kelly.
Oh, no.
You put out the Bon Jovi signal.
Hello, Bob. I can't hear him.
Oh, dum dum bow, dum dum bow.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Well, we were just watching Sporkle
Yep.
on my brand new 85-inch Fire TV.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations, Galvin.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's not get crazy.
It's hot.
The greatest thing is watching Galvin on a big screen TV stare into the camera. With the intensity
Yeah.
of, he's just staring at you.
Yeah.
He wanted that win.
You know what I actually have to do, Bobby? It's funny because the camera's right in front of me, but I stare like off to the guest microphone that nobody's at, so I'm not distracted. I don't want to look at anyone's eyes. I don't want to see what anyone else is trying to answer. I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, it's very intense.
Dialed in.
Do it tomorrow. I'm going to stare right in your face. I'm going to look right at you tomorrow.
You can stare at me. I'm staring at something else.
All right.
I love that there's Sporkle technique.
I got to tell you, there's been times where the anger has gone on for a couple of days.
Sure.
Like we'll pretend we're over it, but then people are mad for a couple of days later.
Oh, I go into the weekend with a Sporkle win.
Ugh.
Feel good.
Going with a loss, you feel like a big loser.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Well, I
feels
tell
like.
you this, I was like, oh my God, he's so intense. He's like so into this. And my wife goes, so what?
Uh-huh.
He goes, does he storm out and smash stuff when he gets mad? I go, no. She goes, then let him have fun.
Yeah.
He looks like he wants to win. Good for him.
We take everything very seriously around here.
Yes.
Listen, I just got to let you know that even at home by myself with no pressure, I suck at Sporkle.
Yeah. I know it's not for everybody. I love when people make fun of us, and I'm like, oh, come and play.
Or I love
Yeah,
when
you
people
do.
say they would beat us, and you get in here, and it's like, yeah, it's a lot different in your car or at home.
Now, if we
Yeah,
would have,
that's-
if we would have been smart,
Yeah.
we would have had Bobby call us, and we would have put him on the computer so we could see. But I don't know if we'd be able to switch to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, Bobby.
Here's
The
the
switch
thing.
is broken.
Yeah, listen, here's the thing, because I watch the show every day. I love the show.
Yeah.
Almost as I love Carmen's Instagram influencer videos. First of all, you're laughing like I'm not. You know I am. I love them.
I know you
I
do.
love them, and I'm addicted to them. And I think she's great.
Mhm.
So I'm watching the show. The show is amazing on YouTube. I love it. We watch it every morning. We put it on, and I hear the word Max. I was like, Max. Wow, who's Max? And then I actually understand that you're talking about my 11-year-old son, Max.
Yep. He was. Listen, it didn't come up easily. I had to prod it out of Joe, but Joe believes Max is responsible for ruining a major piece of equipment in the studio.
That's not true.
You
Max
did-
is my
you-
friend,
yeah.
and you cover for your friends.
You-
You have an
you-
11-year-old
you-
boyfriend?
Now-
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Now, let me tell you something. If there's anybody that comes on the screen and Max gets excited, it's Pat.
Yeah, you guys used to be buddies.
He said he
Our
misses
buddies.
Pat. He literally. Well, I don't know if you're going to be buddies after this.
Sold him
You
out.
threw him under the bus.
You're a rat.
Oh.
Never rat on your friends.
Yeah, that's what
You. Let me tell you something. You're a rat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, though,
You understand?
Joe feels like you're responsible for replacing the mixer.
No,
Since
I did
you
not
said
say
that you said Bobby should be the one responsible for
I
it.
did not say
Since
that.
Let me tell you
Max,
something.
You said
First,
that.
but first of all, you're dealing with. You're blaming my kid. Mike
No.
doesn't have chocolate milk at his house. Number one, there's never been chocolate milk at Mike's house.
I got to be honest with you. We did buy it when Max came. We did. Amanda said, "What does Max drink?" And Don said he drinks chocolate milk.
Hang on one second, bro. You're a rat too. That was your opportunity to back me up as number one best friend.
Yeah, but I'm here to tell the truth, and I mean, I'm out $1,500 now. I mean, if we're really,
You've never told the truth about anything.
it's not true. It's not true. I'm a truth teller, and people
I
don't
wanna
like to
say
hear the
something.
truth sometimes.
No, you're a 9th degree black belt liar. Okay, and the one time your lying could actually be good and do good, you decide to be honest, Abe. Oh, God. Did I
Robert
say
Kelly, they
screw
beat it
you
out of
on
me.
the radio?
Listen,
They
Joe,
beat it out of me, Robert Kelly.
we did beat it out
What
of
they
Joe.
beat it out? Would they have alcohol hanging in front of you?
We pried it out of him with alcohol. Look, he desperately wanted to keep it quiet. So, yeah, in all honesty, he goes, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but he said it was chocolate milk, and we go, how is he know it's chocolate milk?
Yeah.
So specific. And then we went through a whole segment where Joe was like, I don't know, and he would not give it up. Then we accused him of spilling whiskey on it and not be chocolate milk, and Joe just took it. He was like, okay. He's like, I don't know, okay. And then we find out that he is covering for somebody, and I demanded him to tell the truth, and that's when he came out with Max. So in all honesty, the Sicilian and Joe really held strong.
I'm going to tell you what my wife said as soon as she watched it too. She went, "Prove it."
I mean, it was 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was a year and a half ago.
Max hasn't been there in a year and a half. Unless you get some DNA. I want scratches of whatever it was.
Yeah.
I want DNA proof.
Right.
This is outrageous, and the fact that he throws at the time a 9-year-old under the bus.
Joe, come on.
Joe, what evidence do you have?
None.
Oh, Joe, you know.
No,
Bobby,
don't say
do
it
me a
with the
favor.
tone.
Will you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
Swipe Max's cheek for me and send me that. Put it in a little jar and send it to me. Just to have. Just to have.
I mean, this is nuts, man. I mean, Max loves you.
Maybe I'm spitting a little tube or something and send that over to us.
Well, I'll send you whatever there's a lot of stuff in his room now. He's 11 now, so there's a lot of...
I don't need all the DNA.
a
I
long
feel
time
like
ago.
we could get arrested for this.
Listen,
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe Pap of all people who,
Max is hero.
as an alcoholic, you should have code.
Yeah.
I did, Bobby. They beat it out of me. They forced me. They held me down and they beat the information out of me.
Mentally do this. Yeah.
Mentally.
Listen, let's be honest
I
about
kept the
it.
secret for over a year and a half.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If it's chocolate milk, it was definitely Max. But that's not the problem. The problem is Joe not telling me when it happened and letting it sit there and fester for a year and a half and ruin the controls.
Right.
I could have had it fixed right away, but because we let it sit there. So it's not Max's fault. Max is just in here drinking milk. Joe is the problem.
I was willing to take it.
Here's the thing, too. There's a statute of limitations
That's right.
on this stuff, okay? It's a year and a half, bro. After 6 months of not telling the truth, you got to take the hit
I
and
did.
take it fully.
Yeah.
Nah.
You put it off on Max a little.
My son's name came out of your mouth.
He's tarnished now for life.
Yeah.
He's always going to be
now-
associated with the great chocolate milk caper.
That's right, man. Now all the listeners, all the millions and millions of listeners, so Mike can make the millions and millions of dollars that he makes every year. Now all they know, cute Max, Max is funny. Now
Love
they think of
Max.
him as a criminal. Now he's
as
painted,
a disruptive
Yeah.
citizen. Now every time you
Yeah.
go to switch and it doesn't switch right away, they go like, "Hey, max that one up.
Yeah.
You maxed it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Now he's a verb.
Yep. You made him a verb, Joe. You
Wow.
maxed. You know what, Joe? Go max yourself.
Wait a minute. Don't make a bad verb.
So, Bob, what do you think is fair? Like 600?
Oh, I'm sorry. There was a thing. There was a pause.
I mean, like between
What is
five,
it?
550
First of all,
and 6.
I've seen your equipment. It's from the 90s.
I'll have you know, just for the record,
Yeah.
I looked up our purchase. It was $1,590, and we purchased it 3 years ago. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. And technology is going so fast. I bet that's $198 on Amazon or eBay right now.
Probably pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? What is it? What's the switcher called?
Roland.
A Roland switcher?
Yeah. Roland. You've heard of them?
Yeah. I'll take. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do?
He's gonna
I'll
find
take
one
the
on
hit.
eBay for $85.
Yeah.
He's gonna find a brand new one on eBay for $85.
And pour some chocolate milk inside it.
Nah, you know what I'll do? I'll whatever you need, Mike.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to make, because I enjoy the show every morning.
Right.
And it just sucks that we're sitting there as a family. Max loves it too, and all of a sudden his name comes up like that on the show he loves
In a bad
from the
way.
man he loves.
Yeah, in a bad way. It's not even like, oh my God, they're talking about me like what a good kid I am. It's not. Joe made him a criminal today.
Yeah, because you're a rat.
What a rat you are, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe hates.
Listen,
He does.
it's not even a joke to Joe because
it's not a joke.
an Italian, this is a big deal to be called a rat.
It's bad.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it is bad.
I mean, what's going down, Pap Pap? I don't even know if I can call you Pap Pap because it's too jovial. You're not jovial to us anymore over here.
The family no longer loves you.
Outside the circle of trust.
Bobby,
Yeah.
you know what they just showed on TV? Which, out of all the jokes Bobby has, is so many great ones, but one of the funniest things ever is when the fat cop has to put his riot gear on.
Yeah.
And then Bobby takes the microphone cord and puts under his nose. They just showed a state trooper with the rope under his nose as you were talking.
So sad. It's so sad,
So
man.
great. So great.
It's, all right, I got to go walk Max to the bus stop in the cold.
poor
tell
kid,
him
man.
we're sorry Joe ruined his day.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. I'm going to take the money out of his Christmas present.
This is
Good
what
job,
happens.
buddy.
This is what happens.
Good job. So I
thank-
guess Max is getting a mixer for Christmas that he's going to send to Mike.
Well, he can lick the chocolate milk off of this one.
Yeah. Well, good job, Pap Pap. I hope you have a nice Christmas, pal.
Thanks, Bob.
Oh.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. I love you guys. Galvin, congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
All right,
Carmen.
It's not like he won the
Carmen,
Olympics.
please keep those guys. You are so good. I love you on it. So good. And she's doing it for the kids. What a good person.
All right.
Unlike Pap Pap. Bye, guys.
See you, buddy. There you go. The great Bobby Kelly. Carmen,
No.
he really loves your videos.
Okay, which ones?
Like when you're making food and when you're doing all that stuff. He called me up one day. He's like, "Man, Carmen's really got that down." I go, "Yeah, she's doing great.
Thank you.
Making,
Yeah,
making soap, making chicken nuggets or whatever you're making."
I enjoyed it. I had fun. Now I don't know what to do. I have so much time on my hands.
Hey, listen, we're hungry.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
starving.
See if
Give
you
me
can do a
mine.
video about taking chocolate milk out of a board. That'd be pretty cool.
I bet I can figure it out.
You probably could.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little late, but let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Did everybody else hear the intro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some in the background?
Yeah.
It was a double click.
Oh, okay.
Because they're right next to each other.
I didn't know whether I was going crazy or what was happening there. I was like,
Sorry.
what is that right? Okay. Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you're looking for some new shoes, stop into Pelts because they got them right there in stock, ready to go. They have all the different styles and brands that you're looking for, and they have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. So if you hear my voice right now, you're probably near a Pelts. And of course, that makes a perfect Christmas present for somebody. You can go in there, buy some shoes for them, or if you don't know their size or anything, you can get a gift card from Pelts. So stop into a Pelts today and make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. Also, for anybody who is watching, like Bobby does on YouTube or any of the different stuff, Bone TV, I am not texting and doing stuff on my phone. I forgot my laptop today.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all my stuff off of my phone today. So if you see me holding my phone, that's what's going on.
Got it.
Big news. Sheriff Chad Chronister has withdrawn from consideration as President-elect Donald Trump's pick to lead the Drug Enforcement Agency. He announced it on Tuesday, saying, quote, "Over the past several days, as as the gravity of this very important responsibility set in, I've concluded that I must respectfully withdraw from consideration. That's what Chronister, the sheriff of Hillsborough County, said on X. The Trump transition team declined to comment.
What do you think is the situation?
I think
by the way, I know Chad loosely. He's been a great friend, but we don't hang out on the weekends. We run into each other a lot, and that's it. So I have but I'm going to tell you what I think.
I would imagine that's an overwhelming job. Like, that is 100% of your life. And he probably has a nice life where he's sheriff and he's very busy and stuff, but he can still spend time with his family and do things and everything. That, I think, you get in charge of the DEA, you're working 24 hours a day.
I think he works 24 hours a day.
Probably
now.
Probably does. But this would be, I think he
at
said, listen, if I'm in charge of Hillsborough County, imagine being in charge of America.
Right,
you know what I mean?
But I think that this is my theory. I don't know this to be true at all. You're looking at a guy with an impeccable record, with nobody has anything bad to say about him. If he has political aspirations, he may not want to go in under Trump. You know what I mean? He may want to not have to deal with, like, can you imagine what it's like to deal with Trump? I mean, look at all the people that worked for him before that quit or got fired. Do you want to be the guy that leaves the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, which you've run so well, become the head of the DEA, disagree with Trump on something that you may be right on, and him fire you?
Or he knows that this is impossible to win the war on drugs and stop all the stuff that's going on, and then Trump fires him 3 months from now and goes, "What a loser!"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Once Trump fires him, then he becomes a loser. Yeah, he's tainted now. It's almost better for him to steer clear and work his way up to whatever his aspirations are. It seems like Chad is too good of a guy and too straight to be associated with a mess. And I'm not saying that Trump's whole thing is going to be a mess, but right now, half of his nominees are getting, are backing out or getting Pete Hegseth out. The other guy, Gates out.
Gates, yeah.
Pam Bondi was a great choice. There's a couple of people in there that the Kash Patel is getting a lot of heat. He doesn't want to be in that heat thing. He's got everything so smooth and so perfect. Why would you mix that up? Only to be called a loser in 6 months if he doesn't agree with something that Trump says that he may be right on.
Right.
So to me, it seems like it's not worth the headache for a guy who's got everything going so perfectly. And on top of the fact of the life that he has, also a billionaire. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about a guy who's doing the job strictly for the love of the job and wanting to do good for the community because he doesn't need the money to do it. So why would he make his life more hectic than what it is now? Honor to be nominated. I think his name will be mentioned in that group of elite people that were nominated, and he's doing probably the smart thing and saying, "I'm good, thanks, no thanks."
I think if you join the Trump administration, you have to be just totally loyal to Trump.
To him, yeah.
And if any of your views differ,
even if they're right,
yeah, no matter what the views, if any of your views differ from Trump in any way, his base just turns on you instantly. And I think they were going to run into some stuff.
And Chad seems to be the guy that's going to do it the right way.
Right.
And if Trump wants to do it the Trump way, and it's not necessarily the right way, I can see him saying we're going to butt heads too much.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about any type of nefarious or bad thing. Just sometimes you have different views on things, but if you're not all in on Trump, man, they shun you pretty quickly.
And also, I want to reiterate the fact I have no knowledge of anything. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, when I saw that post yesterday, I went, why would a guy who deserves this not want to take this job? And then I thought, well, I know I wouldn't want to take the job. If I'm him, I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that.
I'm guessing maybe he doesn't agree with Trump on everything, and you got to be 100%, or it's all or nothing when you're in the Trump administration.
Also, that's such a daunting task.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like all the stuff that's going on and stuff. You're supposed to go in and stop it all. Like, I don't know. Good luck.
I don't know, but I kind of feel like he could have. I feel like if there was a guy to do it, he'd be the guy to do it.
Maybe.
I've heard nothing. Like I was talking to Mike about it last time. Like, I know nothing but good things from Chad Chronister that I've read.
If there were skeletons, they would have come out.
Yeah, right? No.
Does anybody know what zebra striping is?
Is anything to do with referees?
No.
For sports?
No.
Anything to do with biracial couples?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing to do with that. It's a term that they're giving. It is a new term for an old idea that helps you keep you sober at your next holiday party.
Zebra striping. Going 1 and 1?
1 and 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's when you alternate between alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, so you can't have 2 boozy drinks in a row. So you have, a drink and then you have a...
What better place is there than a holiday party to get all liquored up?
Well, for some people, they can handle their liquor. For other people, I never liked you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people add alcohol and they go crazy.
And remember, we had that lady who called in to Dom, and she like blacked out and got into a fight with some of her coworkers. And
Did people do stuff?
And something happened, and there was like a big thing. But she called into the show and was asking Dom for advice. And I don't know if he took the case or not, but like it gets wild. And I'm pretty sure she got fired.
Remember some of our Christmas parties were?
No, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Pirate.
Oh yeah, pirate. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, but remember that?
Yeah,
and then didn't somebody's husband get in a fight or something? And
I remember the pirate was a little out of control.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Though.
What was the pirate?
It was
somebody's husband. Somebody's husband. The person worked here, and the husband was the pirate.
Yeah.
And he was drunk, and we all wanted to beat him up.
We're like, who is this guy?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, there's other stuff too, that happens at Christmas parties that you hear it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually good stories, though. And then Bob Bang Mary.
Not good stories. Interesting stories for people, but not good for the people that are involved. Usually, it's like
there's always some person who's wildly drunk that you never talk to ever in the building,
right?
And all of a sudden they want to talk to you like a bunch.
Well, that's annoying. Yeah,
and
but nothing that's going to affect your relationships.
No.
Yeah, but there's also people that show their true colors, and then the boss is like, "Oh, I don't think we can have Randy in charge of that anymore." That's a bad news there. Yeah, so that's zebra striping. So
we used to do that for tailgates because you'd have like all day long tailgating,
right?
So we'd call it a Cat 5 maintain.
Yeah,
so you'd go 3-1. So we go 3 alcohol drinks, 3 beers, then you drink a water, 3 more beers, drink a water. That way you can make it from noon to like a 7:30 kickoff.
Gotcha.
Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck. Oscar Mayer is celebrating its 50th anniversary of its My Baloney Has a First Name jingle with a contest where fans who can recite the entire thing by heart get paid. Can you do it? My Baloney Has a First Name.
That's OSCAR. My Baloney has a second name. That's MAYER. I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, because Oscar Mayer has a way of
BOLGOGNA.
Yeah, but he helped you.
Well, that's
I wanted to do it too.
You can't both get paid.
Nope, you both lost now.
All right, let's split the money.
Too bad. You can't do it.
Use that money to buy a new mixer.
When was the last time anybody had a bologna sandwich?
I hate bologna.
I love bologna.
When I was a kid, all the time. Fried bologna
never.
sandwich.
Yeah. Bologna's like the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's like all the scraps and they just mush it together and cut out a circle.
But is that bad?
Huh?
Is that bad?
What do you mean? Is it bad?
Is it bad? Like
yes.
Why?
It's bad. It's filled with cholesterol and sodium.
So the rest of the meat from lunch meat. Lunch meat's high in sodium, and it's just parts.
Lunch meat's bad for you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is it bologna
worse than other stuff?
Other meat, yeah.
Like salami is bologna worse than ham. I mean, it's worse than turkey breast. It's worse than it's probably worse than a lot of things.
All right. Well, I don't like it. So
when I was a kid, we had bologna all the time, but I've never given my kids bologna sandwiches or that I can think of. Bologna kind of went by the wayside. Yeah. Well, I think also when we were kids, we weren't eating a lot of turkey breast or different stuff like that. Where it's progressed and it's moved healthier. It's moved away from that type of stuff. I mean, obviously, you can still get a lot of unhealthy stuff, but
because you can also get like beef bologna now. Like they've made a lot of products that used to be just pork. They've made them all beef.
Yeah.
Bologna's the same as a hot dog, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same
It's
stuff.
just flat.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I like hot dogs, but I don't like bologna. Grosses me out.
Same.
I used to love a good fried bologna sandwich with a little mustard.
I don't think I've ever had a fried bologna sandwich.
Oh, that's the way.
Bologna, I would like toasted. You toast the bread, bologna, cheese, ketchup. I liked it that way, and then also bologna, tomato, mayonnaise.
Oh.
Okay.
A lot of things I don't like.
Let's go get. I want a bologna sandwich now.
I think I'm going to buy bologna this week.
Yeah.
Joe, I feel bad that you're so quiet now.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I feel like you're beaten up now,
No, I'm fine.
like an abused elder.
No. I'm good.
You don't. You feel bad, or you're just mad at us?
No, I'm not mad at anybody.
Right.
You should
Is there something else going on besides the chocolate milk?
There's a lot going on.
no.
There we go. You should feel like a little bit of a weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah. I feel light as a feather, bro.
You're not you're not having to hide that secret anymore.
Yeah.
That should be a relief.
It was really weighing me down.
Been like a year and a half.
All right.
What is happening?
Joe's melting down.
Yeah, well,
A 32-year-old guy in Virginia got arrested after he tried to steal $1,400 worth of stuff from a Walmart. That's bad
It's a lot
enough.
in Walmart.
That's a lot.
that's a mixer.
But it's also you get the chocolate milk there too. But it was also while Shop with a Cop event was going on. Oh, come on, do some research. There was about 50 cops in the store and 40 cop cars parked outside. And this guy said, now's a good time to
Take
steal
a
a bunch
shot
of
at
stuff.
it. Yeah.
That's like hiding in plain sight. Like you think that they're right here.
They
They'll
never
think,
expect
Yeah.
me to start stealing stuff out of here while they're all here. How about this? A couple in Missouri has been arrested after attempting to circumcise their son last Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. They were caught when they took the boy to the hospital because guess what? The procedure didn't go as planned. The man told the police that he didn't have any medical training, but he did say a blessing before he did the circumcision.
Dominus for biscuits.
Social services has removed their 5 children.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because I don't really
Save
know.
money.
Well, I don't.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, I don't think it costs a lot of money. I don't know what. Maybe you just think I've seen it done 4 other times with 4
I'm
other
sure I
kids.
can do it. I've cut bologna sandwiches before. I can do this.
Right.
I thought they put like a little clip on it now.
That's what they did to my son. They gave him a little rubber band and it just kind of fell off.
Right, where like it's not even a procedure you have to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Why
Carmen, do you know what a moil is?
No.
Moil is in the
No.
Jewish religion. Yeah. And what they do is they cut it, and this is
no joke.
This is not, and it's not sexual or anything. The moil puts that in his mouth.
Nibbles it off.
Yeah.
Who is the moil?
The moil is like a rabbi.
No.
Yeah?
I have
Carmen,
to tell
Google
you.
it.
I will, but I'm telling you that's 100% wrong. That is a grown man diddling a child.
Nibbling a child.
Yeah.
Nibbling a child, diddling and nibbling a child. That is
You want to hear one
No.
step further? A lot of babies were getting herpes or gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Was it herpes or gonorrhea?
One of those.
Maybe both, whatever. Because of the moils putting their mouth down there.
Yeah. Oh my God. And people were letting this happen?
Yeah, for hundreds of years.
Up until
are
when?
still letting it happen.
Yes.
It still happens.
Pedophiles. That's a pedophile.
Well,
I don't get that's what there's no religious background to that.
Yeah, 100% there is. That's the whole reason why they do it.
That's what they're claiming. Go ahead. Tell me what the reason is.
No, I'm
Abraham was told by God to
nibble a dibble.
to circumcise his son with a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a rock.
Where'd the mouth come in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, eventually they
we're
couldn't
gonna
find
change. We got to church it up,
They
right?
couldn't find rocks after a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe he had to circumcise himself with a rock, but maybe they changed it.
No, I think he did his. I think it was Abraham. He told Abraham to circumcise his son with the rock.
Yeah.
And he sharpened up the rock and did it.
But the nibbling doing that stuff is after they cut, though. You know what I mean?
Right. They just take it off.
Right.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Carmen, Google it.
No, I don't want to. I'm not gonna get put
Work
on a
computer.
list.
Yeah. Your work computer probably won't let you look at it anyway.
Grown man nibbling little bill. No,
Yeah,
what is
no.
wrong with people? No, I'm sorry. That was a pedophile in charge. Had too much power. He rewrote their religion, and boom.
What
here
if we
go.
made it like a religious thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And they walk around with it like it's gum for a while and just.
Oh, come on. You just took a road trip with your wife.
I did 9 hours in the car, there and 9 hours back.
Would you suggest
feel
that?
romantic?
No, because her parents were sitting behind me, and then my kids buying that.
Nothing? No romance at all?
I mean, yeah, if she would have been like, "Let's do it," I would have said, "Well, we can't because your mom is sitting behind me." But yeah, I would have been down.
It says 25% of people say they've discovered more romantic side of their partner while traveling together.
Oh no,
Oh, no way.
no. At one point, she did say,
Well, I'm saying road trip, but traveling is probably more like whenever you go to nice places and
"This was the extent of her thing." She said, "When we pull over, I'd like to get in the trunk." And I looked at her and I go, I'd like to get in your trunk. That was exactly the most romantic thing that I've said.
But I would say it's more like if you're going, on a trip somewhere.
The two of you.
Yeah.
So I will tell you that Amanda and I, before we had kids, we did go to Biloxi together.
Yeah.
And we had a limo pick us up from the airport because you fly into New Orleans and then they drive you over to Biloxi. Or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe we flew into whatever. They had to drive us over to the casino where we were staying. We did do stuff in the car, in the limo. That was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Partition up or down?
Partition up, female driver.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, anytime that partition comes down, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Take a peek?
Did not partake.
Yeah.
But it was a fun drive. Yeah.
You want to get in on this? Why don't you take that hat off?
Yeah.
Come back here. Rover.com released its annual list of the most popular pet names. And you're not going to believe this, or maybe you will. What do you think one of the most popular pet names? It's trending for cats.
Cats?
Yeah.
Taylor
Swift.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Taylor
Cat
Swift
lady.
for cats. And for dogs,
Travis?
Kelsey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kelsey for
Kelsey?
dogs. Yeah. Overall, the top names are for dogs, top name. It's a boy name, I'll tell you that.
I don't know, man. I don't know what people name their dogs.
Just take a guess.
Benji.
I got to tell you, you're pretty close.
Really?
Yeah, because it's along those lines where it's just a normal boy, man name, whatever.
Rex.
Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie for dogs, Milo for cats, and Luna for both, which is interesting because Luna was the name of my dog whenever I adopted it.
Oh, interesting.
Change it to Gypsy.
Gypsy.
My
How
wife
do you
goes,
do that? You can't just change a dog's
sure
name.
you can.
How dare you?
Huh.
I know.
You did?
I know. Well, my dog's name was France.
Yeah.
And the lady yelled at it, and she'd go, France!
Yeah.
So every once in a while, when Mabel's not being good, I go, hey, France, you want to go back to the kitchen? Settle down, France.
Because I said the other day that Gypsy's name was something else. I made a mistake, and I was like, it was name. And my wife goes, no, it wasn't. It was Luna. And I go, oh, that's right, it was Luna. And she goes, you know how I remember? And I go, how? And she goes, lunatic.
Yeah.
I go, well, I guess that makes sense. So those are the most popular ones. Listen, if you're a person and you have a cat and it's named Taylor Swift, just
you're probably a kid, though.
Just end
You're
it.
probably a kid.
Yeah, if you're over 20, you have a cat, and you named it
Taylor.
Check out. Today is National Cookie Day.
Oh man,
What's your go-to? What if you could have a cookie? What's your go-to?
So I'll probably always go to the chocolate chip.
Yeah.
However, I like a plain cookie better.
Like a sugar cookie?
Yeah, I do like that better, but my go-to will always be a chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip's fantastic. A little bit undercooked.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's all
gooey.
soft and chewy and do that stuff. I do like the cookie with like the Reese's Pieces in them.
Okay.
Those
All
are
right.
good. I like a nice peanut butter cookie.
I do love Christmas
Yeah.
cookies.
Yeah, Christmas
Yeah,
cookies,
Christmas
all
cookies are
different
good.
kinds. Yeah.
Oh, you're killing me, Galvin. You're killing me.
Nothing lemon. I don't like anything lemon.
I mean,
See,
I'm
I like
not mad at
those.
lemon.
I like the sugar cookies, the one that comes in the package with the frosting.
Yeah.
The really soft bake ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Carmen, I'll punch you right in the face for an oatmeal cream pie. I know
Wait.
that's not really a cookie, but
That
so
sounds
good.
dirty.
Yeah, it really.
That's how she makes them.
Yeah,
Punch her in the face. I love the Samoas, the Girl Scout cookie.
Yeah.
Those are so bad for you, but they're so delicious.
I'm a Thin Mints girl
Yeah.
all
That's
day long.
Thin Mint's good. I got to tell you, and I don't know whether they even advertised on the station or anything. This is not a advertisement for them, but that crumble. Oh my god!
Crumble cookies are amazing.
I mean,
they're amazing.
It's wild how good those are.
They're
like mini
amazing.
cakes. They're not like a cookie.
Yeah.
so good, so good. It's ridiculous. We need to get some cookies up in this piece.
So the crumble will come out with new flavors.
Mhm.
And every once in a while, my wife tortures herself. She'll go, let's just look and see what the flavors are. Next thing you know, we got crumble delivered to the house.
It is good, man. Some sad news. Put her back in the closet, I guess. Eminem's mother, Debbie Nelson, has lost her battle with lung cancer. She was 69 years old. She looked like a cigarette.
She was gross.
Right? She looked like a cigarette.
She was just an old white trash.
Wasn't he always talking about, rapping about killing her and stuff?
He hated her, but then they made up.
Oh.
Yeah. Once he had kids, I think they made
They
up.
tried.
By the way, how would you like to be her? How would you like to be Debbie Nelson, this dirty cigarette trailer park girl, and then get played by Kim Basinger?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then she, she was like, that's me.
Yeah.
That's what I look like. Where is that? Like, imagine being a bad mother and your son becoming a superstar, and then you're like, oh, and you're like, nope, too late.
Yeah.
And then where's that guy's father?
I don't know.
Like, does he know who his father is?
I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
Me either.
I was just watching. Have you seen that documentary about Shaq? Yeah, it'll just make you love Shaq so much more.
Well, Shaq, I know, had a song called "My Biological Didn't Bother."
Right.
So I know he didn't. I know he grew up with his stepfather,
who is military, who really made him the man he is. He said, he kind of taught him everything about it. He came down while he was playing for the Lakers. He was playing for the Lakers, and he got a rebound, and he went to put it up, and he got blocked and this, that, and everything. And his father came out of the stands and walked out onto the court and pulled him over there, and he goes, "You dunk that." Yeah. He goes, "You dunk that. You're big enough." He goes, "You have to show him who's in charge." And they're like, "Hey, you got to get off the court." But he said that was his father. That's how his father was, and that's what made him the man that he is and stuff. But when his father passed away, his mother said, "You need to reach out to your biological father." So he did. He goes, I met up with him. I bought him a car. I said, "I'm not mad at you." He goes, "Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. I'm not mad at you. Let's move forward and stuff." And he said now he has a good relationship with his biological father.
I don't feel
But
that.
he did it. He did it on his own. He reached out to him. It's not like his father was like, "Hey, you're rich now, Shaq, come,
It depends on the circumstances, I think. If like my dad wasn't around a lot when I was a kid, but I know that my mom and dad couldn't get along.
Right.
And my mom was really difficult to be around. So as an adult, I understand it more now. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at my dad, but if you're the dad who just left because you didn't want to take care of your family anymore,
but that was the situation with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
it would depend on the circumstances.
Right? Yeah, we don't know.
Because then at that point, I would be like, "No, I did it without you. I don't need."
By the way, Shaq, as big as he is, not because of his father. His mom was big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his mom was tall.
The internet's saying that Eminem's father's dead.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody who would marry the cigarette lady.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
He really is white trash, huh?
Yeah.
Holy mullet and all that.
2019 it says he died.
Yeah.
Lots.
They went together and made that guy.
Imagine being Eminem and living in a mansion and being worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and those two come over for the holidays.
Yeah.
Ooh, skeevy.
Yeah. Oh. What's that drinking fountain you got in your toilet? Chappell Roan's "Good Luck Babe" is ranked the #1 song of 2024 by Rolling Stone. #1, Chappell Roan.
Good.
She's
Good
going to win
for her.
all kind of stuff, right? She's going to win all kind of Grammys and Artist of the Year.
She's a little bit different, and she's pop, but she's also I don't want to be pop. So
She's good. She seems cuckoo, but a lot of times that's what you kind of have to be an artist and stuff, whatever. So according to Rolling Stone, that's the #1 song, followed by Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us," and then Shaboozie's "At a Bar" song, "Tipsy."
that song is just one of those where it's a party song, but that Kendrick Lamar album that's art right there.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm being 100% honest. If you don't play Shaboozie, I can't tell you what that song is. I don't know whether I've ever heard it before. I probably have.
100%.
I probably have in some sort of commercial or something online or on Instagram or something.
I don't see how you could have avoided it.
But I'm telling you, don't play it yet. Like, I don't know how the chorus goes.
Right.
I don't know anything about it.
When you hear it, I know what you're saying.
Let me see.
I know what you're saying.
Let me see if I go, oh, yeah. I only remember you playing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not listening to Top 40 Radio,
Sure.
so you're not going to hear it.
I probably wouldn't have heard Chappell Roan. It wasn't for my wife.
Same thing. I only know these songs because of my daughter.
My wife was playing Pink Pony Club. This was however long ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually pretty good. Like that's catchy. Who is that?" And she said, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
My daughters play that all the time in my house.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah, all the
Shaboozie?
time.
Yeah. Nobody ever plays music in this house.
No?
No, ever. My daughter may be on her phone a little bit, but there's no radios in this house. Nobody ever plays music.
Do you have music on when you're in the shower?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, I bring my phone in the shower with me, and then because I got like a little shelf up there, and then sometimes I just sit there in silence, but then all of a sudden I'll put on a song and I take the whole shower within 2 songs.
And you just play it off your phone? Like you don't have a speaker?
No.
Oh my God, that's so foreign.
Well, it's not a concert. It's a shower.
It's a concert when I'm in there, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a big JBL giant like extra extreme kicker speaker in there, and I blast Foreigner.
I go in like for the spa experience.
Oh no.
Yeah, I like it. I like the steam and the heat, and I like to be in the little box.
Yeah, but I like to blast some good music, man.
I listen to Jerry Rafferty's right down the line.
Oh.
I could be done in Jerry Rafferty's right down the line, and then I could be done halfway through Baker Street.
Gio, you in there break stuff? What's going on?
I usually play like podcasts and stuff.
While you're showering.
Yeah, he likes to hear Joe Rogan talk to him.
I like sports talk radio and stuff.
Joe?
Brother.
No, I don't. I shower in silence.
Silent shower?
Yeah.
What are you in prison?
Well,
I was waiting for Joe to go, no, I don't shower.
Carmen.
Joe takes bath.
Carmen, what are you doing?
Silence.
Really? So I'm the odd one out.
what a concentrate.
Yeah. I'm a very focused, like mindful thing.
Mindful.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I thought everybody's singing in the shower and hanging out in there. And
Every once in a
Good
while,
place to meditate.
I'll switch to music, but usually it's like some type of sports talk radio or something.
I'm with Joe. I'm not meditating, but I'm just like focusing on like what
I'm in the spa. I like to chill out, relax, the whole deal.
It's funny because I won't play, because a lot of times I'm listening to, Slayer and I'm listening to Suicidal Tendencies and that type of stuff, but I don't listen to that in the shower. I'm much more sing-along stuff in the shower. So I'm listening to a lot of Van Halen, a lot of Foreigner, a lot of Rival Sons, different stuff like that I like.
Yep. No concerts in my shower, Galvin. Just clean balls and maybe a little bit of slow music.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of music, how about this? In a pair of Instagram videos, Britney Spears said she turned 5 years old on Monday.
Man, happy
and
birthday.
that she moved to Mexico, and the paparazzi films her in a way that makes her look like she's wearing a Jason mask from Friday the 13th.
Do we have that audio?
We do have that audio. Carmen, go ahead and hit it. Here is Britney Spears being really weird.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old. And I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow. Baby strawberry, a very, very cute baby cake that my friend, it really kind of hurts my feelings that the paparazzi make my face look like I'm wearing like a white Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me.
This is not the worst that I've heard. Did you hear the other day there was one where she spoke with a British accent?
Oh, she's been doing that for a while. So, I mean, obviously,
she is nuts.
None of us have our degree in psychology or any psychotherapy or anything like that, but she's like regressing now. You know what I mean?
Like think Carmen does.
Yeah, that is what my degree is in.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, that's what my major was. Psychology.
So, what would you say, Carmen, as a person that has a degree? Is she like regressing? Is this some mental disorder? Like, what is going on with her?
Well, because we don't know if she's on anything, this could be a substance that, that's having this effect on her. And if she's not, then she is definitely going through some type of mental disorder.
Right,
and
where you would go back to being a kid and when times were easier and stuff, right?
Yeah, or it could be like a schizophrenia. Yeah. She could have multiple personality disorder. There's a multitude of things that it could be.
Can I just take this time personally and say, I'm sorry, Jamie Spears, the father?
Yeah.
No.
You were right.
Yeah,
we were wrong.
He was right.
You were right.
He's the one who did this to her.
Well,
if it wasn't for him
or not, he was the one that had her being taken care of, and that was the right move.
I'm thinking, is she posting these videos on her own, or is there somebody there manipulating her?
She's got to do it on her own.
Well, remember that was the other thing that they were saying, that they were using like a green screen and a face swap, and it was somebody else making these videos to make her look crazy.
Like, who has something to gain by Britney Spears looking completely psycho?
Her dad, because then he can get control over her again, and then control over her money again.
But doesn't she have like a husband or something?
No,
or
they got divorced.
Like,
because he didn't want to be married to a 5-year-old.
There's got to be somebody else that's behind that camera posting those videos and making her say weird stuff.
But I'm saying it may not even be someone behind the camera. It could be her dad doing all of this. It could be her dad paying an actress who looks similar to her, and then with just enough makeup and lighting and the right filter.
Carmen, I saw that one video, and I know we can't trust anything anymore. I don't know what to believe or anything, but that one video when they slowed it down. And it was a person with blue eyes and had like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. Yes.
So it was wild. I was like, what?
And the big conspiracy thing was her last wedding, you never saw her face. Her veil was over her the whole time. And with all the shadows and stuff, like, again, it's weird, and it doesn't add up. This isn't normal. This isn't rational behavior.
I think everything about it is weird. That's the problem, is that you don't know what to believe because it's all so messed up.
I think there's definitely something more going on than just Britney Spears is crazy.
Right.
There's something, there's some scheme here.
See, I always like
chocolate milk on her?
Yeah.
I always like to think it's the simplest thing. So what if she's just let the fame and everything got to her head, and she's having a regression, and kind of like Michael Jackson did.
Yeah.
And she's having a regression, and she can't get out of it, and they're like, just keep her safe.
I feel like when there's a lot of money involved, there's always people that will try to manipulate
But they already got her money. They already got her money.
She's still worth $30-40 million.
Yeah, but
people, people that probably lived off her money their entire lives.
Yeah,
they don't want that to all of a sudden get cut off because they've got a lifestyle they're accustomed to.
And that was the whole reason why she had that residency in Vegas. Was her dad is the one who signed her for that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm done. I need a break. I can no longer go on tour." He was like, "All right, well, I have a plan for you. We're going to Vegas.
Now
you're doing 100 shows and you're locked in." And he locked her in for like a 3-year contract when she was telling him, "No, I don't want to do this. I need a break." But because he had power of attorney over her, he was able to sign that contract and make her do it.
Is the dad still involved now, though? I thought
I think he's out.
Yeah, the conservatorship's over.
Yeah, so now who's there manipulating her?
But again, if he's trying to get that control again,
he's putting out the videos.
He would be putting out these videos and then making her look crazy. So then the people are like, "Okay, no, she's nuts. We need to Baker act her or whatever. We need to have her be under someone's control."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he would gain
full access to her.
I am losing my mind right now.
I know what you're saying.
But he would gain control over her again because she was somewhat, quote unquote, normal under his control, right?
Who lets her have access to her Instagram account to be able to do that?
But who's stopping her?
Who can stop her? That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Is there somebody around her that is involved, or is it just her with her phone left to her own devices?
Probably that now because nobody's caring for her.
And her husband left her, so... and the worst part is our kids. They have to deal with it because they're adults now, or they're like in their late teens.
Enough to realize, hey, mom's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
Then they're the ones that would be entitled to her money.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would think. Yeah, unless she, did something, whatever.
So she was. Do you think this will happen to Taylor Swift down the line?
No. Taylor Swift's father is a way better person. I can tell you that. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I was just calling about that song y'all were playing, Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, yes.
Hey, so that song is a direct copy of a rap song by Jay Quan called Tipsy.
Tipsy, yeah. I don't think it's
2004.
Right. I think that it's kind of like what Galvin was talking about, where it's not like a sample. They just take a song and kind of rework it.
Well, that song is called a bar song, Tipsy.
Right. Yeah. It's not. They're not pretending that song wasn't derivative of Tipsy.
Yeah, because
why does country music do that so much now?
That's not country. That's this is pop. But yeah, I get it. Galvin pointed this out a couple of weeks ago. That country music will take a pop song and just make it a country song.
Right. Yeah, because they just take the song and then they change the words.
Makes it a hit.
It's weird. Yeah.
And I got to tell you though, thanks for the call, sir. Is that if you look at from back in the Frank Sinatra days, the Beatles would come out with a song. They do Yesterday, and then 2 days later, you'd hear Frank Sinatra, Yesterday. They just all did each other's songs.
Yeah, but that's covering the song. That's covering the song.
But
so
Frank worked it his way.
It's your version of it, whatever this that.
But change the words.
Yeah, but this is like, hey, it was a hit, and then we're just going to take it and change some words and do it. It was just weird. Like, I heard that one song, and it was a Steve Miller song, Steve Miller band, and the guy, changed the words, and I was like, but this is Steve Miller Band.
That's a new thing. Instead of sampling, they just rework the song.
But also, if they're like, hey, we're super popular and you're going to get paid a ton of money, you know, if you're saying, you're like, all right, go ahead and do it. I don't care, whatever.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. I mean, what? Mike Calta Show, hello.
What's going on with everybody?
What's up,
Great
sir?
show, guys.
Thank you.
You reminded me of something. So one day I worked for a rabbi, and I asked him if he made a lot of money doing circumcisions, and he said, nah, just keep the tips.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way,
You held for that.
Yeah, but I knew that as soon as he said that I worked for a rabbi, I went like that.
Yeah.
Like this is a joke.
We
I
know
walked into a bar.
You held onto it for the whole.
But again, you're the one who takes the calls.
Yeah. Well, there were other calls.
And those other calls were great.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of the Beatles, did you see what's that Barry, the kid that's real popular, the actor
Yes,
Barry?
playing Ringo.
Yeah. What great casting that is.
It looks kind of like him.
Like
and
that's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Barry.
Kelgan. Maybe that's what it Caps. Nailed it. Also, that Bob Dylan bio.
Timothy Chalamet.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I guess he actually sings in there.
Timothy Chalamet is kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio, where they're pretty, but they're also really good actors and they do good movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that one would be good. Much
same.
better than the one you saw where Helen Mirren, or whoever it was.
Everybody. Like a bunch of different people. Yeah. What it was. Tilda Swinton or
Tilda Swinton, that was what it was.
Was that it?
Yeah,
She played her or somebody else?
I thought it was not Helen Mirren. She's the old one. What's the one I always get it confused with? The other English chick that has red hair.
Redgrave?
No. It'll hit me in a second.
I don't know, but there was seriously like
the one that played Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator. Oh man, I gotta look it up.
There was like 5 different people that played Bob Dylan in that movie, and it was terrible. That was such a bad movie.
Yeah.
God, that was terrible. Billboard named Beyonce the greatest pop star of the 21st century.
I think Taylor Swift.
They knew you were going to say that. Yeah. They said even Taylor Swift hasn't been around for long enough to be able to match the expansiveness of her quarter century of dominance.
I think that Taylor Swift has made more of an impact, is more money, and will go on to be the biggest star of all time.
I was going to say recount.
Yeah.
Recount all their hits, all their music, and everything like that. And they're saying she hasn't been around enough, but I feel like
if you compared the success she had in the amount of time that she's been around compared to what Beyonce had in a whole career, you'll see that Taylor Swift's destined to beat everybody.
But I bet Beyonce's been famous and more successful longer.
Right, but the thing is that Taylor Swift's potential will make her bigger than anybody.
It's Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady.
Right. Give it time.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
He's already on track and he's already like getting there, you know.
Beyonce is 43, Taylor Swift 34.
Kate Blanchett is the actress who played Bob Dylan.
There you go. Yeah. Terrible. Speaking of football.
Yes.
Will we be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl? I mean, I'm probably going to go because Steelers are going to be in the Super Bowl. So,
I mean, my team's probably not going to be there, but we'll probably be there for Radio Row.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think my team will be there.
Who's your team?
The Bucks.
No, you're wrong.
Are you watching the same games I am?
Yes.
Got the top 4 offense in the league.
Yeah. We also win every game by the skin of our teeth.
Oh, no. They're better than you think.
No. It'll be interesting against the Raiders because they both took Kansas City to the end, to overtime and doing all that stuff and everything. So I wonder whether that's going to be...
who's going to be the NFC in the Super Bowl?
The Falcons.
The Falcons?
Falcons?
Yeah. Yep. I'm just telling you. Who are we tied with?
Right now?
Yeah.
The Falcons.
Okay.
You think the Falcons are going to be the NFC champions?
I think if it comes down to the Falcons and the Bucks, we always lose to the Falcons.
No, but I'm saying who's going to be the
champion
representing the NFC in the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I'm not a goddamn
Lions.
fortune teller.
I would say Lions.
I'm sorry. Not in our division in the NFC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe probably the Lions.
Who beat the Lions? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I fell right into your trap.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I take it back. I'm sorry. Go
See you
Bucks.
in New Orleans, bitches.
If we had Chris Godwin and we were at full health with Mike Evans this whole time, but also I don't think we paid nearly enough time talking about Mike Evans' one-arm catch on Monday.
Oh, it was amazing.
That was unbelievable.
But that's what he does. So it's almost like you don't. The fact that he's still here, he was going to leave last year. Like, we're really watching one of the greatest wide receivers ever to play.
Yes.
Dude, how great would it be if it was the Bucs and the Steelers?
It'd be huge.
Well, it would be great for you.
For us.
For us, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Listen, we're a running team now, man. Bucky Irving, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucky, Rashad, and then the other guy.
Yes.
What's the other guy's name?
Sean Carter.
Franklin Tasker.
We're a running team now.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be great.
Listen,
if we didn't lose Godwin, we'd have a top 3 offense instead of top 4.
Hey, also, you got to really give credit to Kate Otten too.
Yeah,
for stepping up. And and there are defensive shining points.
Yeah,
Zion McCollum came out strong this year.
They're dealing with a lot of injuries, but we're getting there.
All right, I'm back on the track, Gio.
You were like, all hope is
I
lost.
was just trying to be gloomy.
Listen, I would say bet that the game will go into overtime with the
Bucs.
Bucs and the Raiders,
They've
right?
done a lot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So for football, New Orleans, that's where the Super Bowl is going to be. Mike, you happen to know these people that are throwing this party. Post Malone will perform a free show at the Fillmore in New Orleans on Friday, February 7th, just 2 days before the Super Bowl. It is Bud Light Backyard presents Post Malone.
Oh,
yeah, so
I'd go to that.
We're in.
Big free show, yeah.
I mean, I'm in. It's cool.
What?
That'd be great.
I'll call Patrick Smith, see if he can get me in.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry I couldn't get you in.
See if we can get a +5.
Yeah.
I still waiting for our credentials.
Joe and I will be there at the Post Malone show.
I will definitely be there.
Thank you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
Old Grumpy Pants, you're going to bring him?
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, Max isn't going.
Oh, let's not bring Max into this.
Yesterday, Barry Manilow, 81 years old,
right,
announced he has accepted a lifetime residency at Westgate Resort and Casino International Theater in Las Vegas.
Beautiful.
So if you want to see Barry,
that's the only spot to do it.
Go to Vegas.
It's well worth it.
Yeah.
Small
and it
theater.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And really, he's 81. How much longer is he going to be doing it?
He looks pretty good.
Yeah, but, Frankie Valli, we'll see.
I met Barry Manilow, and he's so old school that when they said to him, "This is Mike Calta, he does the radio show," he was like, "Oh," like he felt like he needed to be nicer to me, like I was going to play his music. Yeah. I'm like, Barry, you don't need the help anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Back in the day, though, that's the thing.
Sure. Same thing with Kiss. They were like, Kiss is meeting everybody. Hello, hello, hello. And then they were like, "This is Mike from the radio." And they were like, "Oh," Doc McGee looked at me, goes, "FM radio." And he pointed to me and they were like, "Hey,
yeah. FM,
Gene
baby."
Simmons grabbed my titty.
That's old school.
Yep.
AOR.
He did. There's a picture. He just reached out and grabbed my titty.
By the way, speaking of Gene Simmons, Kiss bassist and singer Gene Simmons believes that no one aged 20 or younger could name a single song by Nirvana or Pearl Jam.
That's not true.
Well, not no one, but listen, he said he was made the comments during a recent podcast interview in a connection with his longstanding argument that rock is dead. When the host mentioned Nirvana, Simmons said, "Stop. We're blinded. I'm a major fan, but if you walk down the street and ask a 20-year-old who's the bass player from Nirvana, they wouldn't have any idea who you were talking about. Or could you sing a Nirvana song? They wouldn't be able to."
And that's not true. And Gene Simmons is just so full of his own stuff. Kiss, bigger, greater, more influential band. Well, maybe not more influential, but very influential band. Nirvana, huge band whose career was cut short because their singer died. Had they been able to go on, I mean, Pearl Jam is still making music and still making good quality music. Gene Simmons is just.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you walk downtown Tampa today at lunchtime and stopped 100 people that were 20 years or younger and asked them to name a Nirvana song, how many do you think would name a Nirvana song?
I don't know. But if I ask them to name a Kiss song, they're going to know the Kiss songs because Kiss songs are used in commercials. They're used in video games. They're used in things that are more marketable, and they're everywhere in their lives. Nirvana really had 3 radio hits, and that don't get played anymore because they're so. The Nirvana songs outside of Smells Like Teen Spirit are really very reflective of the 90s. So you're not hearing it unless you're showing a commercial that had to do with the 90s.
Listen, I have to tell you, I think it would be a lot closer than you think.
Yeah.
And I think only like a handful, 5 or something. Because I'm just thinking about the kids at the school where Chad teaches at Chamberlain.
Do any of them know Pearl Jam songs?
None of them would know a Pearl Jam or a Kiss
But
song.
they're also
maybe.
black kids. The majority of those kids are black kids. Am I right or wrong?
Hispanic.
I guarantee all three of my kids would not be able to do that.
But here's the thing: Gene Simmons isn't saying that they would know a Kiss song over a Nirvana song.
Right.
He's saying they wouldn't know a Nirvana song.
But what is the point of him saying that?
He's saying rock is dead.
Yeah,
rock is dead, and we're all old.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is that the people are less likely. The kids don't like rock music.
No. I will tell you right now, as a huge rock fan, that rock has taken a back seat to hip hop and other stuff, and quite a while ago, and it's been that way for a long time. Now, rock is dead is a statement that's dumb because if you go to any rock concert, you see how many people are there.
Yeah.
You see how fast it sells out for Metallica or AC/DC or all these different bands.
But also, every year, how much do we bitch about or how much do you guys bitch about the people that are up for the best rock album or the best rock song? You're like, this isn't rock.
Or who plays the Super Bowl every year.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a great...
or who gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah. It's all of those things.
The generation that enjoys that music is dying off.
And it's no longer the way it used to be. Whenever I was growing up, whatever you loved Metallica, there's no way you're listening to Cyndi Lauper or what, you know what I mean? Like different stuff. Like you're a metal. See,
and I was reverse. I listened to Cyndi Lauper and I listened to dance music and all that stuff. And then sometime in my I was scared of Slayer and stuff. But sometime in my 20s, I became more into the classic rock. My kids both they don't like anything with guitars in it. But
your kids also probably listen to so much different stuff. You know what I mean? Like
because
I told
of you and your wife.
Whenever my kid was younger and he was listening to Dean Martin, I go, "Where the hell did you hear Dean Martin?" He's like, "Fallout Las Vegas." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But he would listen to that. Then he'd listen to Rob Zombie. Then he'd listen to Misfits. Then he'd listen to Duran Duran, or you know what I mean? He was all over the place. And I was like, "Oh, that's good."
I'm in the car with Joey, and he goes, "Can I control the radio?" Like he plugs his phone in.
Right.
Oh, here we go. I got to listen to hardcore rap by Little Snoozy and all these guys I never heard of. And then he puts on something that's like almost like I don't know, something you expect like a teenage girl to listen to, like real mellow girl singing music. I go, "Who are you?" I don't know what they like. And then my wife will play Frank Ocean, and my daughter knows all the words to it. And I go, "How is this even possible?"
But also, I think to Gene Simmons' point is Nirvana is more of a fashion statement than it is I like the band, whatever. You know what I mean?
And
like
he's
if
wrong.
You see someone,
he's wrong. I mean, Nirvana influenced Nirvana crushed a whole genre of music.
But I have to.
No. I completely agree with that.
But I'm saying he's wrong.
But I'm saying that if you see a 20-year-old with a Nirvana shirt on, odds are they're wearing it because it's the Nirvana shirt.
Literal fashion statement.
Like they're not a fan of the band. Right. They saw someone else famous wearing it, or Kardashian or whatever, you know.
And also, I think about it this way, because Nirvana, like you did state, like their career got cut short because their lead singer died. Would they be as infamous as they are today if he wouldn't have died?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were big before that.
He was writing. They were calling him this generation's John Lennon. He was writing songs from the view of young people that no one had related to them since John Lennon.
That's why when he died, it was like, whoa, it shook up everything.
But you also never know. I agree, and he probably would have been, you know what I mean? But I think
he could have burned out.
The fact that he died young and the way he died and all that stuff made him much more of a lore and stuff and everything. But Nirvana was huge, Carmen. I don't even think you realize how crazy it was when Nirvana came along.
I get that they were big. But I'm also comparing it to artists nowadays that when they come out, because they have social media, that they can blow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were big here.
Time. Yeah.
They were big here in the United States. Were they big in other countries?
Huge.
Oh, yeah.
Nirvana was the biggest band in the world at that time.
It's funny because whenever I was working in a nightclub and it was all dance music, it was all ride that donkey, you know, playing all that stuff, whatever, and people out there dancing. And then they would spin, and people would go insane. Like, that was the only rock song the entire time I worked there. That was the only rock song they ever played in the main room.
When I got fired from the country station went under, I was still working for CBS. Orlando went on vacation for 2 weeks, so I went to Wild and filled in for him. And while I was there, they did a pay-for-play thing where you could pay, and I paid to have Nirvana "Smell Like Teen Spirit," and black people lost their minds. They were like, "This song's awesome. We know this song. This song is great." I was like, "All right, there you go."
Yeah.
It crossed over. That was the one song that crossed over everywhere. But the rest of those songs were really doom and gloom and reflective of the '90s. That they would have had to change with the times, which I think they would have. I think they would have. I think Pearl Jam stayed pretty much in line with what they do. If you're a fan, you're a fan. If you're not, then you don't like that kind of music, you don't like that band, you're not going to see them. But they still consistently sell out internationally for the last 30 years. Yeah. So they're still very popular.
But they also didn't change a bunch. Pearl Jam didn't, but they did a little bit to kind of, you grow. That's how it works.
Those audiences are aging with these bands.
Yes, there's some new. There's some new, but the majority of them, I would say 90% or more is who's been with them since the 90s.
Pearl Jam concert when you went to in the 90s compared to Pearl Jam concert now, what's the crowd look like?
Just fat and old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. That's why I told you the other day I went and saw a hardcore band and it was all people my age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like a bunch. There was some younger people in there. There's newer to it, but
to me it seems like there's no new rock bands that are breaking through to get a younger audience. So it's just like all old, you know what I mean?
Well, and I mean, think about all those 90 tours that come along and and the latest one, My Chemical Romance. All of us were like, they're selling that out. And they sold it out and they're a big band because they were big in their time, but it's all, people around 30, 30s, 40, and that's who's going to go to that concert.
But it's funny because there are, obviously not as much as there used to be, but there are newer rock bands that come out, but they're just not getting radio play. You're not getting a lot of stuff. And rock isn't as popular as it used to be, but obviously
and neither is radio.
Yeah,
music radio.
Yeah, music radio. Yeah, everybody has Spotify. Everybody has their music on their phone if you want to hear.
Do you know what I was thinking of when we played Shabuzi? Is that so? When I was at 98 Rock, we did the Children's Home Pay for Play weekend, where on Friday at 10 o'clock we started taking your bids to play your song. So you could pay $25 and say, "I want to hear Kiss rock and roll all night." And then the next call could be like, "I want to hear Madonna's Like a Virgin," and whatever we'd break format, whatever the song was, we'd play. We had to take it on a list. And then go to the record store, and if we didn't have the CD in house, we went down to the record store in Clearwater. I don't remember the name of it, but it's on Gulf to Bay, and look up those records, borrow it from them, bring it back to the station, play it, and then bring them back their records.
It's hilarious.
Now you could do it pay for play effortlessly, which is for Spotify.
And who's paying for it? They're like, I don't want to pay for it. I have it right here.
I had an old box of CDs from when I was younger, and I was showing my kids and it blew their mind. They're like, why would you buy all these? And this huge box of CDs. Yeah. I'm like, well, I couldn't just pick up my phone and put it in there, And part of the reason I wanted to get into radio because they gave you free CDs. Yeah. And they were $25, $30 at the time.
Yeah. That was why you wanted to get into radio.
That was part of it.
Carmen, me too. It was for the music.
Free CDs, free concert tickets. That was the perks.
You mentioned Ted Kamikaze the other day. We were doing the pay for play thing and I was helping out. Ted Kamikaze was the DJ. And he goes, all right, this next song comes out from Lakeland. It's by Adam Sandler. It's called At a Medium Pace. And I went, no.
Yeah.
He goes, no. I go, no. And he goes, all right, we won't be playing that one.
Yeah, you may want to listen to that first. No. Yeah, that's funny. So Jake Paul's promotional company have confirmed that the social media star has officially retired from influencer boxing.
Oh, damn it.
Well, he'll only do real matches now?
Now he's doing real boxing. Of course, calling out Canelo Alvarez, which would be ridiculous.
Listen
Stop it.
I'm 100% convinced that Mike Tyson was paid to lose that fight, and that I hope he fights Canelo Alvarez because I want to see Canelo Alvarez break his face.
Yeah.
I want to see somebody get in the ring with him that doesn't care about losing or winning or the deal and kill him because Mike Tyson was biting his glove so that he didn't kill Jake Paul.
Do you think that's what the fight was for?
There's so many videos now that slowed down on Mike Tyson pulling his punches back. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we talked about it prior to it. Whether you're betting on it or doing whatever, and you gotta find out whether it's a real fight or not. Whatever. The Cobra, Carl Frock, who is a world champion and so many different things. Whatever. He said, people are like, "Oh, you just want a payday," and he goes, "No, I'll fight Jake Paul." He goes, "No, give it to charity." He goes, "Pick a charity." Yeah. He goes, "I just wanted to show you what a professional fighter would do against him." He goes, "It's ridiculous." And people are going after him, saying he has no name and everything. So he put out this video and he goes, really? I have no name. I have 8 different world titles. Here's Floyd Mayweather talking about me. Maybe
I saw it.
You know what I mean? It's like, if you're not a boxing fan, you may not know the name, but he is a legit boxer and a legit world champion and stuff. And he would, even now, whatever he is, I think he's probably in his 40s, whenever he'd destroy Jake Paul.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would rather have him fight somebody who is not used to be, not not a boxer,
same age.
Yeah.
Carmen,
you get a professional boxer that's 30 something that has a name, he'll destroy him.
Carmen, did something happen? Did we curse?
I don't know.
The phone line just went crazy for a second. I was like, "Oh boy, did we do something wrong?"
Are they calling to try and get us to play their song?
Hold on.
I don't know. Then finally in news, according to a new survey, real Christmas tree shoppers fall into 6 different categories based on when they buy the tree.
Okay.
Do you buy a real tree?
Yes.
You have at least one real tree?
2.
2 real trees. Do you buy a real tree?
No.
Joe, real tree?
No, we have a fake tree.
Yeah, I have a fake tree. Carmen doesn't even put up a tree. Carmen's not even American. I don't know what's going on with her.
That's weird.
Here's the breakdown. The early birds who put it up before Thanksgiving, that's 14%. This group really has to work to keep their tree from dying by
hard.
Christmas time because you have it up for so long and stuff. So you got to do that. The people who buy their tree over the Black Friday weekend, that's 33% of people that do it.
That's me.
The seasonal purist, that's people who get their tree the first weekend of December. That's 33% of the people. Then there's the people who wait until the second week of December. That's 16%. The people who put it off until the third week of December. So you're getting, you're like a week away
Why
from
bother
Christmas.
at that point? Yeah.
That's only 3%. And then there's the Christmas Eve traditionalists who put their tree up on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I hear about that a lot.
That's only 1%. Only 1% of the people that do that. So,
well, I have mine up. I'd put it up in November 1st if I could.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mine is not up yet. I will probably put mine up this weekend.
Yeah, we usually do it the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
is when, and then we leave it up after New Year's.
Yeah,
after New Year's or like kind of like that week.
Like once New Year's pass, then we'll pick a day to take it down pretty close after.
I believe the Greek have Little Christmas, which is the week after, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm not Greek, but I am lazy, so we like to keep it up for at least till the week after New Year's Eve. Then I'm sick of looking at it, and I go, just get rid of it, get it all down, take it down.
Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Galvin, I want to tell everybody that Christmas is coming early at Shark Coast Tactical on Saturday, December 14th at Shark Coast Tactical's annual holiday bash, and we're celebrating Will's birthday. Will's the owner. He's a great guy. They'll have tons of brand reps on site with amazing deals throughout the shop. Dead Air Silencer reps will be there to walk you through the best suppressors in the market today. Daniel Defense makes the premier AR. They will be in the house. The Beretta reps will be there on site. They're one of the leading manufacturers of commercial and military firearms. You know Beretta. All going on at the shop on Saturday the 14th for the baddest holiday party around. And while you're there, wish my guy Will a happy birthday. There'll be discounts on everything in the shop. This is perfect time to get in there and do some Christmas shopping for your favorite radio DJ, among other people. So get in there for the crazy holiday specials, the best stocking stuffers around. It's Shark Coast Tactical's holiday birthday bash, Saturday, December 14th. Be there and be jolly. It's Shark Coast Tactical, often imitated, never, ever, ever duplicated. The shop is open from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and always open online at 24/7 at sharkcoasttactical.com. They're on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. We must take a break. Galvin's got a brand new open letter. We'll do that when we come back. It's 102.5 The Bone.
Why don't you speak Kiss?
Well, maybe the Kiss guys are like, hey, we don't want to go. Vince used to do that. Vince Neil from Motley Crue would go out and do, he had some solo stuff, but he'd do Motley Crue songs, Obviously, if you see Vince Neil and he doesn't do any Motley Crue songs, you're going to be like, hey, bro.
I saw Vince Neil at Floyd's Music Store in Tallahassee when he was on that tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in a Hawaiian shirt.
Fat, I told you because he came over. And
probably same time.
Right. Yeah. And he was yelling at us. And I go, we're here, dude. Like he was mad because it wasn't packed and stuff, and I'm like,
don't be mad at
we
us.
came out to see you, so don't yell at us. Go out on the street and yell at those people that didn't come to see you.
Yeah,
I went to see Warrant one time, and they were 2 hours late to a club, and then they would sing a song and stop halfway through, and I was like, hey, I paid for this. I had to work hard to get this money to get this ticket.
There are some shows that I've seen that I was like, you guys just don't know what you're doing, do you? And then there's shows that you see that are like a Swiss clock, and you're like, these guys got it down, man. It's funny because you think of bands like that. Obviously, AC/DC, who's been doing it for so long, Metallica, like they have it down. They know exactly what they're doing. There may be some little hiccups here and there and everything, but they've got the show down.
Metallica had it down so good that James Hetfield got burned on stage and couldn't play guitar, and they still went on tour.
Yeah,
and somebody else just played guitar for him.
Had the guitar tech play guitar for him. Yeah,
that's how tight you got it. When we saw AC/DC 8 years ago, AC/DC played Amalie Arena, and we went to go see them, and I couldn't believe Angus Young moved around as much as he did. I thought at his age, he's just going to mail it in, wear the little outfit, and just stand. He was running around like a lunatic.
Yeah.
That was great. It was really worth every penny. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is late, but time for a brand new open letter from Galvin.
And now, an open letter from Galvin. This is an open letter to people that are completely inconsiderate. Dear people that are completely inconsiderate. Seriously? So last night, I was watching basketball, and the Hall of Fame legend, Scottie Pippen, was at the game, sitting courtside, as you would expect. And do you know what 6'8" Scottie Pippen was doing while sitting in the front row? He was wearing a goddamn cowboy hat. Hey, Scotty, I didn't win 6 NBA championships, but you know what I did do? I paid $3,000 for these tickets, and now my 10-year-old can't see because he's sitting behind the world's tallest rodeo clown. You know what you can do? Is take your cowboy hat off because you're at a basketball game. You know who wouldn't wear a cowboy hat to a basketball game? Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. People that are on their phone while checking out at the grocery store, how important is that phone call? Unless it is President Donald Trump calling to see if you want to be the new head of the DEA, put the goddamn phone down. You know who else is completely inconsiderate? People that have loud motorcycles. I know what you're going to say. What? Loud pipes save lives. Here's the thing. If you have a loud motorcycle, not really a life that I want to save. Not in the history of the world has anyone heard some jackhole start their loud motorcycle up and said, cool. No. When they started, everyone goes, well, probably small wiener. By the way, same goes for loud cars. Actually, anything loud. Loud people, loud music that I don't like, loud screaming babies. You get the idea. I'm not saying that you have to consider everyone's feelings every time you do something, because if you do, you'll be sitting at a 4-way stop sign for the rest of your life. By the way, all of this is coming from a guy who was snoring so loud on an airplane that Mike woke me up to tell me that everyone was looking at me because I was snoring so loud, to which I replied, I don't care, I'm never going to see them again, and then went back to sleep and snoring very loudly. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show. This has been an open letter to people that are completely inconsiderate.
Also, loud small children?
Yeah.
Small wieners.
Probably.
Yeah, listen, I get it. It's probably something cool about having a motorcycle and it being loud, but when you're a kid and you crank a car, you give it the gas, you're a kid. You get it. But when you're an adult and it does that, nobody looks at you and goes, that's cool.
I remember being at a bar. It was a restaurant bar or whatever, and this guy went out to his motorcycle, and it was outside. We were out on the deck, whatever, and so his motorcycle was literally 10 feet away from us. It's doing that and stuff, and I just looked at him, he made eye contact, and I gave him the thumbs up. Cool. And he knew that I wasn't saying you're really cool. I was saying you're an idiot.
It's so... You're right, and I don't. The thing that I don't understand is the people who talk on their cell phone on speakerphone in public. Like I always look at them and go, "Hey, we don't care. We're not interested in what you're saying." Oh,
I usually mock them because, and I'm telling you, right, that we've said this before. 9 times out of 10, it's a Hispanic person.
Yeah.
And I love Hispanic people, but you're very loud, and I don't speak Spanish, and you're yelling stuff, and I usually just go.
But I don't. If somebody can call in, even if you're a loud Hispanic person, want to call in and explain to me on speakerphone why you have to talk on speakerphone, because there might be something I'm missing.
Yeah.
But it is always, not always, but I would say a majority of the time, it's a loud Hispanic person speaking Spanish to somebody else, man, woman. I find that since we're on the race thing, fat black women are the ones who don't care about driving rules. They'll go 20 miles an hour in the fast lane. They'll just pull over in front of you. Fat black women, because why? They don't care. They just don't care. But Hispanic people talk very loud on the speakerphone, and I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Do they block out everybody else around them, or they just not care?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. By the way, speaking of race and stuff, I swear I'm not racist, but that is not the same guy. The madness guy is not the same guy that I thought it was.
Calvin spent the whole morning this morning trying to look at the guy who plays Muncie in the Madness, because he reminds us of a guy who played on Walking Dead. turns out they were both on Walking Dead. One was on Fear of the Walking Dead, and the other one was on Walking Dead, but we're convinced that they're the same person.
But they're not, because the Muncie guy. But here's the other thing. They both have Coleman in their name.
Yes.
The one's name is Coleman Domingo, and the other name is
Richard Coleman.
Something Coleman, yeah. Yeah, which is crazy to look that much alike and both have Coleman in your name. But I guess the Muncie guy is, I think, actually English.
Oh, hello.
And does like Broadway stuff, whatever. And then the other guy doesn't. So, yeah. But listen, they look a lot alike.
You got Muncied.
I got Muncied. I thought, I was like,
I think the non-racist person sees the difference.
I said, they look so similar, but I haven't seen that guy for a little while, so he must have been like Ozark, and that's why he looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
maybe.
Yeah, no, it's different because he's a different guy.
Was he ever fat? It was just what he always looked like.
It's not a fat thing for sure. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, Mike, it's Josh from Pippo Toddler. What's up, guys?
What's up, Josh?
Chilling. Hey, on that inconsiderate thing, I'm going to tell you guys this funny story really quick. So Jen was gracious enough for my birthday to get me a tour of the White House, right?
All right.
So we go to D.C. She had to vet it for months, so I'm all excited. Trump's office. I put on my suit, the whole thing. So we go in, and there was this black lady that was FaceTiming someone from the White House tour at full volume.
Yeah.
This is the green room.
She goes, yeah, look at this room up in this bitch. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then she goes to the one of the armed I guess maybe not Secret Service, but armed guards that guard the White House with the AR across his chest and the whole 9 yards. And she's FaceTiming, and she's like, look at this guy, to her friend. I guess she thought he was hot.
He got a big
gun. So she walks up to him and says, you're right. And she walks up to him and says, yo, tour over? And he goes, what? He goes, tour over? And he goes, yes, ma'am. The tour is over, with complete disgust. It was hilarious. I'm like, you're in the White House.
Yeah. Did you wear a suit to the White House tour?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Did you think you were going to meet the president?
No, he was actually in Florida when I went to the White House. But to me, it's just a respect thing for the establishment, and the White House has been there a million years and all that. So to me, I didn't want to roll in there in sweatpants and Crocs, which there were people that did that.
Josh isn't a volleyball player. He's not wearing flip flops in the White House.
I understand. I get it, man. All right, thanks, Josh. Good talking to you, buddy.
All right, later, y'all.
See ya.
That big gun you got. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Love you guys. My name is Grace, and I got two quick things. Hate inconsiderate people work at a bagel shop in Tampa, which we keep saying we're going to bring you guys breakfast when you all are eating, because we got the best bagel on the west coast of Florida. So New York Bagel and Bean, just quick shout out.
Wait, what is the name of it? What is the name of it?
New York Bagel and Bean.
In Carrollwood. So I got to get hooked up with however I can get to you guys, because it is best bagel on the west coast of Florida. So we've been needing to get to you. We've been real busy. Really great. All right. Put that aside. I am not Hispanic. Just a way middle-aged white person who has old lady thumbs. So I use a pop socket, and I talk on speakerphone because I hook my phone to my fingers. So it really hurts my hands to hold a phone. Really boring, but that's why.
Okay, but
nobody wants to hear what you're talking about when you're walking around like if we're in public,
right?
And you're in front of it, and you're like,
sorry.
Also, my question is, how important is that goddamn phone call?
Yeah,
you can't wait 5 minutes while you're shopping.
All right, really busy, man.
We're not really mad at you.
But when I bring you the best bagel on the west coast of Florida, and I bring you the best cream cheeses and stuff, you're going to be like, all right, Gracie, we'll tolerate your BS excuse for talking in public. So just let me know. I'll hook up with Dizzy one of these weeks, and we'll pick a day that's good. If Carmen wants to be there, she'll eat a bagel. We'll get hooked up, all right?
All right. Thank you, Gracie. Yeah, we'll let Gracie slide because she got bagels. But, yeah, at least, I mean, that's the other problem is a Hispanic, white, whatever it is, I think they all know. They just don't care.
They just don't care.
The most amazing one is the people that are on the speakerphone while they're at the cashier. It's like, take a second.
Yeah.
Take a second. Just I don't even care if you end the phone call. Just put it down for a minute and check out.
When I go to Starbucks, and I'm in line and I'm on the phone, when I get close to the window, I go, hold on, and then I mute the call. And I don't want anything to disrupt my Starbucks interaction.
Yeah.
I spent so much money at Starbucks during Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Oh, so let me just tell you, the average Starbucks price for me is $10. I'm buying bacon egg bites and a coffee. Okay, coffee's $5, egg bites probably $9, whatever, $10. But I'm doing that once a day, and then maybe a coffee later on. So I'm spending probably about $15 a day on. I spend $75 a day on Starbucks because I go to leave the house and I go, hey, I'm going to Starbucks. Anybody want anything? And everybody wants something. Then I go in and I had to reload my card every time I went to Starbucks.
How are you carrying all this stuff?
Well,
do they do well with the carry stuff? Like, do they have?
Thankfully, my Chevy Tahoe has come with so many cup holders that I can hold all the to-go cups, and then there's plenty of room to put down the snacks and stuff. They just throw everything in a bag. But it was. I looked at it that day and I went, they're going to think something's wrong. They're going to know. Starbucks is going to know something's going on. This guy went from $10 a day to $60 a day.
Yeah.
What are you doing to us?
That happens when the person hangs up and I'm trying to put them on hold.
I gotcha.
It's the phone.
All right. Well, listen, we got to take a break anyway because Mr. Skin's going to join us at the top of the hour. Now, let me just preface this. Mr. Skin is very valuable in society today because there are so many movies and television shows that come and go, and because of the fact that nobody goes to the movies anymore, and there are so many different streaming services, there has been good quality movies with good quality nudity that we've all missed. And Mr. Skin does an end of the year review. And if you want to follow along with us for free, we're going to put the link out there. What is the link? Do you know?
No.
I have it up there.
Yeah,
if you go to MrSkin.com, it's right there on the front page.
Yeah, we can't put that link out.
What, we can't say it?
I don't know.
Not the one you sent me.
Yeah.
But if you go to MrSkin.com, it's right there on the front page,
yeah.
and you can see it and you can follow along with us.
Some of the stuff I was pleasantly, because I kind of looked over ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that some very famous ladies have done a lot of stuff.
I don't like to look at it before. I like to do it with Mr. Skin. So we're going to do that when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. I also want to remind everybody, if you need to get your house in tip-top shape for the holidays, you need to call my friends at Zero Res and do it now. You don't want to wait till it's too late before they get too full and they can't get to you till after the holidays. You call Zero Res. You simply actually can book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com. That's ZeroRez TampaBay.com. And what you do is you book it and you tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show, and you're getting 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. That is a great deal. You can get your whole house done, but you'll get 3 rooms of carpet cleans for just $129 when you mention me. Now think about it. You got family coming in from out of town. You got people you haven't seen in a long time. You want your house to be in the best shape it can be. Get it done now before the holidays. ZeroResTampaBay.com. Simply put in my name, 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129. And then know that they also can do your hardwood, your upholsteries, anything that's flat that they can get on. They can even take your area rugs. They can either clean them there or take them with them and bring them back to you. They do it all. Your house will be insanely clean using their patented ZR water, which is no harsh chemicals, safe for your kids, safe for your pets. It is Zero Res. Only Zero Res can get things that clean. Trust the company that I've been using for years. ZeroResTampaBay.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you. We'll be back with Mr. Skin next on 102.5 The Bone. Now we go to the hotline and welcome back to the show one of our longtime friends. This is Mr. Skin. Mr. Skin, how are you?
Hey, Mike. How are you, man?
I feel like we haven't talked in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but that's all right. We have a fun thing to talk about today, at least. So.
Well, I like to save it, unlike Gio, who did a preview, I like to save it for when we have you on the phone. If you go to MrSkin.com, you could find the MrSkin.com top 10 end of the year nude scenes. Now, this is important for a couple of reasons. One, I was explaining to everybody before, not only do we love nudity, who doesn't? But there are a lot of these movies over the years that you've turned us on to because of different streaming sources and because nobody really goes to the movies anymore. We've missed a lot of these things. So let's get to it. Let's start with number 10, which I didn't even know existed.
Right, that's the thing. We go through everything, and you could imagine it's hard to narrow it down to 10 and the order and all that other stuff. Not that I'm complaining, because this is a lot of fun, but there's a lot of behind-the-scenes jockeying as we try to make this list, and we just released it yesterday, so this is hot off the press, and let me start with number 10, is an actress you know well, but you probably have no idea this movie exists. It's Megan Fox in a movie called Subservience, and it's a sci-fi movie where they have these AI-powered humanoids. They're called Sims, and you could hire them for domestic help. So this guy has his wife is sick. He has 2 kids. Megan Fox, her name is Alice on the show, but it's not like the Alice from the Brady Bunch. It's like Megan Fox. And she just, of course, seduces the husband, and he gets to have sex with her. And she's not, and believe it or not, Megan Fox has done very little in her career. In fact, this is the best nudity she's ever done, and very late. You know, when she came out in Transformers in 2007, that's when everyone really noticed her. But anyway, she's nude, sex scene, number 10 on our list, and it's a movie I'm sure you don't have any idea exists, called Subservience.
I do want to point out, at least in the clip that you have on MrSkin.com, she does not get full. You know that she's a certain caliber of actress when she doesn't have to get fully naked, because she does keep her bra on for this.
Yeah, she's riding them bottomless, and yes,
still hot though.
If she was completely nude and facing maybe the other direction, it would have been the number one nude scene of the year. But I got to rank these according to body parts shown, etc. So, but anyway, it's Megan Fox, and everyone should see this.
That's the thing. She's got a fantastic body, and even in a bra, she's smoking hot. So it's worth seeing. And you're right. This movie looks like pure garbage, but it's worth it. All right, number 9.
I never concerned myself with the quality of the show or the movie. There's a new show on Amazon Prime called Cross. James Patterson did those books, and Aldous Hodge plays Cross. And in this new show on Amazon Prime, in the 6th episode, Alana Tall did a sex scene and nude scene with actually it's Isaiah Mustafa, the guy from the Old Spice commercials, the man your man could smell like, that guy. But anyway, that's beside the point. Alana Tall, this Israeli actress, is so gorgeous, and this Cross is a really good show if you haven't seen it on Amazon Prime. But she's beautiful. You can always tell when someone was a model before they became an actress, because their bodies are usually like at another level. And Alana Tall at number 9 from Cross is very, very good. Yeah,
she's got those. You could just see from the way she's standing. She's got those stomach muscles. That's pretty. Pretty hot.
Yep.
All right. Now number 8, we started getting into some familiar territory.
Yeah, now number 8 is Sofia Vergara in Griselda. Now, of course, the Modern Family version of Sofia Vergara we all know from the famous show, but they did this Netflix series called Griselda, where she plays a notorious Colombia drug lord. Now, Mike, the real Griselda was not a 10 in any way, shape, or form, but so they had to like put prosthetics on her and kind of make her not look as good. But she's another one like Megan Fox. Like, she's been around forever. She's gorgeous. People want to see her do a nude scene. This was her first ever nude scene in a sex scene. Now it's more like, I don't want to say, it's called side boob, but you do see nip. But the fact is, it's her first ever movie or television show nudity, which was a big deal to us, and I think a lot of people will want to see this. Sofia Vergara in Griselda from Netflix is number 8.
Yeah, because how many times have we watched A Modern Family and the other things that she's been in, and you're dying to just get a glimpse of those things. So even a little side shot with a little nip is
I hear you.
You're just waiting for that button to burst open.
Yeah.
They have to reinforce those because there's a lot of stress on those buttons on that show. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So number 7 of the top 10 nude scenes of 2024 celebrity nude scenes is Kate Winslet in a movie called Lee. Now, unlike Sofia Vergara, Kate Winslet, this is her 16th career movie, and I was blown away by how great, at 49 years old, her breasts look in this scene, smoking a cigarette. She plays a war photographer, Lee Miller, who was during the Second World War. This is based on a true story. But 16th, I mean, think of this. Kate Winslet was nude in Titanic in 1997. And here she is in 2024 looking really good. And Kate Winslet sometimes does these nude scenes throughout her career that aren't exactly very flattering, but I thought she looked so beautiful in this scene, smoking her cigarette, topless outside. It's awesome.
Well, you said Kate Winslet, and I'm like, well, we've seen her naked in Titanic, and and then I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking, well, she does have very nice breasts. And when you said she was 49, oh my gosh, she looks great for 49.
I know, and everyone knows who she is. So, so her rack it up, no pun intended, her 16th nude scene of all time. So, now, there's a show at number 6, there's a show on HBO that a lot of people are into. They're in their 3rd season. It's called Industry, and it's about international finance. And this is another actress who used to be a model, and her name is Elsie Hewitt. And in the third episode of this season, she got out of bed, and wow, she looks great. And I remember when this scene aired when HBO released it, that I had so many people, everyone hits me up like, oh, did you see it? Like, this is what I do for a living. Of course I saw it, but I did notice a buzz in the HBO fan community about this nude scene. So it came in at number 6. Her name's Elsie Hewitt from HBO's Industry. It's awesome topless scene.
Two things. One, I like when they wait 3 seasons, just build it up a little bit. And then the other thing is I want to point out the excellent writing of Mr. Skin. Don't be surprised if you spew it to Mrs. Hewitt.
Well, my crack staff is on that, but yes, I didn't even notice that. But thank you. Now, number 5. This Taylor Sheridan guy, you've heard of him. He's created Yellowstone. Now he has a bunch of new shows on Paramount Plus, and he has a show called Special Ops Lioness, and it's in its 2nd season, and Zoe Saldana is the star of it. Now, it's weird about her because she's not a super huge name to people, but she starred in some of the highest grossing movies of all time, Avatar 1 and 2, Avengers Endgame. I mean, these are like monster box office successes. So now she's on this television show, and in the 2nd episode this season, wow, I do my Anatomy Awards and I have to choose Best Butt. Yeah. Well, I think we have a clear winner here, but Zoe Saldana, nude in Lioness, and there's been a bunch of other great nudity in the show, but this scene, we just loved it. If she turned around, it would have probably been number 1, but that's okay. She's completely nude in great lighting, and that's number 5 on our list. Number 4, we were blown away by...
I just want to point out, Zoe Saldana, hot in any color. Green, black, blue, whatever color she's been, she's always hot. All right, number 4. I remember seeing this. This is pretty hot.
Yeah, it's Megan Thee Stallion. She did a music video, and I've started to do over the last couple of years some music video nudity just because I don't know, these singers are getting more and more daring, and this Mamushi by Megan Thee Stallion, she does not show Mamushi, but she shows everything else, and it's just a music video where it looks like she's in a milk bath type of thing, but boy, you do not see backsides like Megan Thee Stallion, and this was a big treat to see this. I didn't expect it, and it came in at number 4 on our list.
That is a fancy tuchus that she has. That's pretty right up my alley. Black girl with tattoos. Yep. Oh, looking good.
Yeah, exactly. So good thing you're not doing the list, or this would have risen off the charts. But now, you'll dig this because you'll know the players involved here. But number 3, this actress is so beautiful. Her name is Layla George, and there's a mini-series on Apple TV called Disclaimer, and they just had their first season this year, and now this will blow your mind. Her father, remember Private Pyle from Full Metal Jacket? Remember Private Pyle, the guy from Full Metal Jacket? That's her dad, Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, and the mom is Greta Scacchi, and Layla George in the 3rd episode has a nude scene, and it's like weird to think that Vincent D'Onofrio could have a daughter that incredibly gorgeous. But if you knew his mother, Greta Scacchi, who was in a bunch of movies, like she was the one in Presumed Innocent that Harrison Ford, she was the other lawyer that got killed in Presumed Innocent. That's Layla George's mom, and it's pretty crazy, but no truth to the rumor that she had a donut in her mouth during this nude scene, like Private Pyle had to have. But anyway, it's awesome. So many people wanted this to be number 1, but she just doesn't quite have the celebrity to get up there. But as far as nude scenes go, it's fantastic. She came in at number 3.
Here's what I don't understand, and maybe maybe in your business you know a little better than I do, but in this scene, this guy is going down on her, and he is there. Like, how do they shoot this in real life? Because he's up in there. You know what I mean?
Well, they have a modesty tape and things that they cover so that you're not in, right. If you know what I mean. So they do something, and you know what? In other instances, they don't care. They're just like, let's go.
Jamie Kennedy told us that one time. Jamie Kennedy said he made like a foreign thing that he did just for the money, and the director put his wife in there, and the director was like, you can bang my wife, and he's like, yeah, all right, I'll do it, and he banged her in real life.
Oh my God! Yeah, see, that is one of the great perks of acting. You get to be with some pretty hot women. So, anyway, moving down. So the final two here is number 2 is Emma Stone in Poor Things. And if you're wondering, technically this came out late 2023, like around Christmas time. They did that so that it would have Oscar, which she did win the Oscar for Best Actress, Emma Stone in this. But when we did our top 10 last year, this couldn't be included because it wasn't out yet. So Emma Stone in Poor Things, it's so weird how much nudity. I don't know if do you know about this movie, Poor Things?
I do not, but
I do because my wife just watched it the other day. And do you know what the basis of this is? So she is pregnant and gets in like an accident or something, and then a doctor saves her and takes her baby out of her, and then takes the baby's brain and puts it in her.
Because her brain was...
She was like brain dead.
She was brain dead.
Yeah, so he takes the baby's brain and puts it in her, and then she just goes around banging everyone.
It was so weird. I could not get through the whole movie, to be honest.
But here's the thing. She won an Oscar for this role, so it's not like I'm showing you some B-movie crap. It's like, the movie's so weird, I agree, but at the same time, it's Oscar-worthy. Sure. And she was nude like 20 times in the movie. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
So, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, she's just a baby.
And it's Emma Stone.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
It's Emma Stone.
I'd like to watch this with Galvin's wife.
No. Whoa.
Now, number 1 for 2024. A lot of people know about this movie now. It came out in September. It's actually Demi Moore in The Substance. And, a couple things. First of all, she's 61 years old.
Oh, unbelievable.
Her last nude scene was 27 years ago in 1997's G.I. Jane. So it's been a 27-year nudity drought. And this movie's getting big Oscar buzz too. And it's about the whole thing when you're a celebrity and then you get older and trying to stay younger, and that's the basis. But like when people ask me what is the number 1 ingredient, like what makes a great nude scene, what's number 1? And people think, well, maybe it's the length of the nude scene, maybe it's the level of celebrity, maybe it's the body parts shown in a nude scene. And I always tell people it's way more simple than that. The number 1 element of a great nude scene is the lighting. Because if you had all those other things and it's dark, what difference does it make?
That's right.
So Demi Moore in The Substance is probably the most well-lit nude scene I've ever seen. It's like she is fully nude in this scene, and it's almost like hospital lighting where like they don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Number 1, how good she looks at 61. Number 2, the fact that she did these long nude scenes in great lighting, and number 3, the fact that she hadn't done a nude scene in 27 years. So it was a every year we battle a little about who's going to be number 1. But when you have an A-list actress do a nude scene this great,
and not only is it great, and she's still gorgeous, is that you get a prolonged shot on the butt, you get a close-up of the excited nipples, and when she's on the floor, you get a little, I don't know what word to use, but you get a little shot of the front.
You get more.
Yeah, you sure do. Yeah. Congratulations, Demi Moore, number 1 in the Mr. Skin top 10 nude scenes of the year. Congratulations, sir. Who would have thought years ago that a 60-something-year-old woman would be coming in number 1?
61.
61 years.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But you know what? When I started my website in 99, there weren't 61-year-old women that looked like this. Let's put it that way.
That's true. I used to ask you all the time, who's the oldest lady you got on there? That's so funny. All right, well, you can go check it out for yourself. You can go to MrSkin.com. You could find all the nude scenes, not just of the year, but in a lifetime of movies and television and now music videos. Not only do you find it, but bringing it to you, showing you the clip, and telling you exactly how far it is into the movie. It's a fantastic service that you do for the community, and we love having you on.
Thanks, Mike. Great talking to you, man.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. The great Mr. Skin of MrSkin.com. I'll tell you, Demi Moore looks pretty fantastic.
That was another movie my wife wanted to watch, and I go, yeah, I don't want to watch
Substance?
I watched it.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
I never even heard of this movie.
It was very, very weird.
It's fairly new.
Yeah.
It just came out recently or whatever. But yeah, that's. Do you do that with your wife? I go, you watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like horror movies, and I don't like
zero interest.
I told her about The Madness though because I knew she would like that. I think she'd be into that.
Ooh, you told my wife?
No.
But I told my wife the other day. I go, listen. I go, here's the thing: is we should do movies. My 3 to your 1, and she goes, no. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, because I'm gonna have you watch classics that you haven't seen. Because there'll be times we'll be saying about it, and she goes, I never saw that, and I go. You never saw The Godfather? You never saw this? You never saw that? And I'm like, that's crazy. And then I'll watch your weird grindhouse, movie.
My son refuses to appreciate the Godfather with me. He'll watch the clips of it, but he's done.
When he gets older, he will.
Yeah, and then my wife loves a funny movie.
Yeah.
And how she refuses to watch Midnight Run with me because it's not an HD like Carmen likes.
I made my wife watch that.
I mean, that's the funniest movie I've ever seen.
Good.
Every line I almost slipped up is a funny line.
Yeah. My son wants to watch The Godfather.
Yeah,
he asked me.
I'd love to watch it with him.
He asked me a couple of days ago. He's like, "So is it hard to understand? Like, is there a lot of characters and stuff going on?" I go, "No, I don't think so.
A lot of characters, but not so hard to understand."
Because when he tried to watch Game of Thrones, he's like, "This is too much going on." I don't know what's going on
I
here.
quit on Game of Thrones too.
Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes and I was like, "Oh,"
because he always sees me watching The Godfather and talking about The Godfather. So I think he's ready to sit down and I can explain to him why it's so amazingly good.
Then he can watch it 6 more times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at Michael's face. When he
I
walks
remember when I first watched Game of Thrones that I would go and get the recap. Like after I watched it, I'd go,
have to.
Yeah, I'd go, oh, what did I miss? Oh, okay, that was because of that. All right, now,
There was a scene where Michael realizes it was Fredo who betrayed him, and it was coming on. And I said to my wife, "Please, just watch it." And she looked at me and she goes, "If I watch this scene with you, will you shut it off afterwards?" I go, "Yes, I will." And we made an even
I did
trade.
the same thing to my wife.
Yeah, she doesn't enjoy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen,
I did that the other night with Unforgiven. Unforgiven was on whenever Clint Eastwood goes back into the bar where they had just killed Ned and all that stuff going on, and Gene Hackman's there, and I go, just watch this.
Yeah,
I go, just know they killed his friend, and now he's going in.
You guys
It's
are
so
such
good.
old men.
And when she won't watch it, I go, "You're nothing to me now. You're not a friend.
You're not a wife.
You're not a wife."
My father turned me on to a lot of great movies over the years, but one of the movies that he tried to turn me on to at a very young age was a German U-boat movie called Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Yeah, you know Das Boot?
I do.
Oh, Jesus. No 10-year-old kid wants to watch a movie with subtitles about a German submarine. And I had no idea what I watched. I didn't like it, and I never want to see it again.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
I only know Das Boot from whatchamacallit.
Oh, beer. Was the beer league or beer?
Yeah.
What is it?
Beer Fest.
Beer guys.
Das
Beer
Boot.
Fest.
Beer fest.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
All right, we got to take a break. If you want to get through, 800-771-1025 with the phone lines, 800-771-1025. I'll hit some phone calls when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 Das Boot. Nudes always work. Let me grab some of these calls. This is Joe. Joe, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Joe? Hey,
George.
Joe. Okay, George. What's up, George?
Hey, I told Carmen I'd be a terrible call, but you inadvertently gave up your salary. On the Thanksgiving show.
On the what show?
The prior to Thanksgiving show.
What did I say?
So when Galvin offered you Tony in the gift exchange, you said no. I already give him a few $100,000 a year. So what we know is that you give him 10% of your salary. 200,000 divided by 10% is $2 million as your minimum salary.
But you don't really know. Correct. You just have an area of which you think.
Well, it's a pretty good idea. Carmen, what would that make Mike?
Rich.
Oh,
that's right.
Thank you, George, for stirring up the pot. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, clearly not if I have to pay an agent that much money. And
you're rich because you have an agent.
Not life-changing money.
I'll take it.
It would be if you took it away. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta, Medicine Man.
Oh, Medicine Man. I didn't know it was you. What's happening?
Not much. I have to go for some testing today at cardiovascular center in Clearwater.
Oh boy!
Oh, not
and it's a stress test. I got to take this nuclear liquid or something like that to see how my heart valve repair did over years ago.
not good.
I sound healthy, dude. Stop playing that bugle. I hate it. I'm gonna stick it in your ear.
I'm sorry that you're not going to be with us anymore, Medicine
I'm not
Man.
gonna die.
I mean, we're all going to die.
I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna still be at your pub crawl coming up the 20th.
Oh,
if you make it.
I will make it.
No. Once they give you the nuclear stuff
I
to take.
I had an EKG, and I went to my cardiologist, and I rode there on my electric bike and back 14 miles each way.
Did you really? I got to tell you, I can't even make a joke. That's pretty impressive.
Is it that he's riding an electric bike 14 miles?
14 miles in an electric bike, either in the sun or in this cold, is pretty impressive.
All he has to do is sit on it.
Yeah.
It's an electric bike. He's not pedaling
No,
it.
they have the pedal assist to make it go farther.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I mean, Carmen, would you want to ride one of those bikes 14 miles?
Could I easily?
Yes, I didn't say would you that can't be like riding up and down 19 on an electric bike.
Yeah, I'm not going up and down 19.
Right,
If I was
he is.
You gotta ride the sidewalk because tires get popped on 19. Too much debris on the road, like nails and sharp items and stuff like that.
But you're saying it's impressive, like he has a choice.
Yeah.
No, but it's still he's doing it. I mean, he's still doing it at the end of the day.
I can do it.
Okay.
Luckily, I don't have to.
I
ride a bike that's nearly 100 pounds.
Yeah. All right. Good job. I hope your nuclear test goes good. Goodbye.
When was the? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying, when do you think was the last time Medicine Man drove a car?
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
We made him drive a car.
Oh, really?
He tried to convince me that he had a driver's license. He showed me a driver's license and that he could drive a car.
All old guys do that, though. Say that they have a driver's license and that they could drive a car. By the way, speaking of doing stuff, do long distance and doing everything, when I was watching the madness, I put myself in the situation. I said to my wife, I go, that is one thing. So there's obviously,
I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
He gets chased. I go, I'm not fast,
but you're just running.
But I can run far.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of people that would be able to, outrun you.
I tried to figure it out. So there's one point where he goes and he's running through the woods.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not running very far or fast. So am I just going to go, all right, you got me.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, if there's a situation and somebody chases me, you're chasing me for about 100 yards.
Yeah.
If you don't catch me in that 100 yards, see you later.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get Galvin, he's just running.
Yeah.
He's running
I'm
away
just
from you.
going. You're going to have to go back and get in your car and come after me,
That's why I'd have to shoot you from a distance.
Right. Yeah.
That's got to be something to think about because you like you said, you put yourself in that position, and I was like, man, I would try to hide behind a tree, and then I thought, I'm not hiding behind a tree. What would I do to bury myself in the leaves? And I look like a big hump in the middle of the floor. That's not working.
The guy chasing you.
Yeah.
Dude, I can totally see you.
Or I think you just lay there and you cover yourself, and you're like, all right, any second now, I'm about to take 2 in the head.
Yeah.
800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. We got a lot of events happening here in the next couple of weeks, and they're really we're already Wednesday. We got 3 weeks left of broadcast before the end of the year. We go on vacation, and this week's halfway over already.
We're almost down to 2 weeks, technically.
Really?
Like tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Yeah. Thursday. You're right. Oh my gosh.
We've got to do our death pool. We've got to do our football. Well, football
goes into the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Regular season. So yeah, that goes past. We got to do our Christmas exchange.
May I say that I just murdered, no pun intended, on the death pool this year.
No, you did very well.
I did. I really did fantastic.
You may have the most people that died on the list. We'll have to have Randy give us some stats at the end of the.
And some of the most points too, because last year we didn't even reach that.
Right.
Like we were in like the 300 or 400s, and Mike is in 500s.
Yeah, that's
right
really.
now.
And I got to start planning for next year.
The year Joe almost won was like 1,000, and you beat him. It was a lot.
No, but they each had like 300 apiece.
Right. This one, I'm running away with it.
It's just Mike has 500 alone.
I'm for the first time already starting to compile my list for next year.
You know who else might be dying?
Who?
That I saw? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, he makes our list. He makes somebody's got him.
Not looking good.
I think you have him, don't you? Or maybe Tony. I did have him before.
I know who has him.
Who has? Oh, Spanish?
No.
Oh, I forgot about that. Who?
Oh, all his picks.
Well, I'm not gonna, if this person doesn't know they're going to have who it is, I'm not going to tell them.
I can't check the website. So if it's me, then that's not.
Well, I know. I'm not telling anybody.
Yeah, there you go.
Do your own research.
Joe said, "Do I have them?" I don't know. Joe doesn't know.
I'm looking.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much. Listen, thanks, Carmen, for the advice. My wife and I got a 2-person sauna the other day. Just what we needed.
Did you?
Yes, it was only $200 on Amazon. So I was like, we tried it out because our gym's closing down. So we just wanted to say thank you, and I'm sure a lot more people also bought saunas yesterday.
And believe me, it's we're all inundated with it on our social media because Carmen talked about it. So good job. Send us pictures of you and your wife in the sauna, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, pal. Take it easy.
I love my sauna. I really do. It is. I recommend if you're looking for something to get your significant other. 100%. It is a great gift.
Yesterday, Carmen and I exchanged phone numbers. I sent her the Lily Lux rescreen people.
Yes.
To screen your porch, and you sent me the wrong number to the mold people, or not the wrong number, but I don't. Do you know those people?
My boss is the one who sent me that.
So I called over there, and it said ask for Brent or Shelby or something.
John Brennan sent you
Brian. So you don't even have the name right. So
I'm not reading the text right now. I'm just going off the top of my head. So I called over there and I said, "Hi, can I speak to Brent or Shelby?" And they said, or Brian or Shelby, and they said they're not here right now. And I said, "Okay." I said, they said, "Do you want to leave a message?" I said, "No, I think I'll just I can call back tomorrow or whatever." And she said, "I think I'm expecting your call." And I went, "Oh, yes." And she said, "Are you from Nassau?" I said, "Oh, no, wrong one." So it was very confusing, but I did not end up getting through.
Okay.
Need you to fix that, Carmen.
I have a feeling that's on you. 100. I mean, does anyone think that Mike did not screw up that up?
How would I screw that up?
Because the guy's name was Brent and you're asking for Brian?
No, the guy's name is Brian and he's asking for Brent. And after I told him, he still asked for Brent.
I'm just going by what I remember. I was reading off of your text yesterday when I called.
I'm sure it sounds like it.
I know a guy named Brian and his nickname's Brent.
Brent, yeah. You know, I know Brian Brent. You know Brian Brent? Yeah.
Great guy.
I have some of the death pool stats here if you want to hear some of these different things. Sure. I'll go for Bill Cosby was the most picked that was still living at the time, whatever, 11 times.
He's dead now?
Bob Barker.
No, Cosby's alive.
Cosby's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Remember he got out of jail.
Yeah, but I didn't know. I can't remember.
Bob Barker, now deceased, was picked 8 times.
Okay.
Let's see. Richard Dreyfuss, most recent, blah, blah, blah. Most wins. Who has the most wins for the death pool?
You do.
I do.
The Angel of Death.
I have 5 wins. That is the most. Most points in a single season.
Well, I think Joe may hold that record.
No.
Oh, who?
You.
Oh.
You have 905. So is that for this season? Or
I wasn't counting this season.
I don't know. What do you have this season?
I don't know.
You have 500 or something, or what is it?
That's what I thought.
Then single pick record, most points for a single pick. That's Joe.
Okay.
With Jerry Lee Lewis. 417
for one pick.
So you must have called your shot.
Yeah,
original, called shot, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Most emergency picks that died. There's a tie for this.
Me,
17. You
and you
and me.
Yeah. We're the ones who work most diligently, I think.
Yeah. The total money won over the years is $14,460. Yeah. Where do you think everybody ranks?
You're first.
I am first. I've won $6,520 in the death pool. Followed by
not me. I think I'm third.
You are third. You have 2,540. Tony comes in second with 3,860. Gio comes in fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
1,540.
If I had played this year, I probably would have come in higher.
You did play.
You are playing.